Now, you can crash and burn when you do this. This year wasn't good, but they had a lot of injuries. But the Rams are always making the home run play to try and win it.
Right.
So are the Lakers.
Even this year, Christian McCaffrey.
Lakers go out and get LeBron. They go out and get AD. Even when they went out and got Russ, that was a move to try and go for it. It didn't work. But I just wonder, this is very consistent. The Rams firing 6 coaches is what they've always been. And keeping Brandon Staley, you've said before,
is what the Chargers have always been.
done. Yeah. So that's the time we're living in right now.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so Jamar Chase held a press conference yesterday, or had his press availability, and he was asked if he thinks he's the best receiver in the league. He answered, "Hell yeah, I just put up how many stats with 4 missed games? Who knows what would have happened? I've been thinking, I'm not a cocky person. I'm humble. I know what I can do. I don't need to prove it. Everybody knows what I can do. Never a doubt in my mind." I actually think, and he led the league in receptions and yardage while missing 4 games.
Wait a minute. He had more receptions and more yards than Justin Jefferson?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
128 catches, 1,809 yards, led the league in both categories while missing 4 games.
That's pretty incredible.
He probably is the best wide receiver in the league.
I wouldn't hesitate to take him if we were doing a wide receiver draft. I mean, he would be one of the first 3 to go. Devontae Adams is in there. Stephon Diggs is in there. But Jamar Chase is right there. Justin Jefferson's there.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp's there when he's healthy.
Yep.
I think all those guys, I'm not sure any of those guys are better than Jamar Chase.
No. And I think obviously there's a little bit of subjectivity, but the numbers kind of don't lie. Missing 4 games and still leading the league in receptions and yardage is something. I'm actually going to ask.
So wait a minute, 2 years in a row, the same receiver led the league in receptions and yardage, because didn't Cooper Kupp do it last year?
Yes, he did. He won the Triple Crown last year. Yeah. So here's the I'm going to fill out I'm in a DraftKings league with people like Max Kellerman's in it, and our old friend Raj and Marcellus Wiley and a bunch of guys. So I want to today help you guys to help me figure out who to put in my DraftKings
football
lineup. Yeah, football. So think about it.
So it's anybody playing this weekend.
Yes, but there's a dollar price attached to each. So for example,
how much money do you have to spend?
50,000 mythical. 50,000 real dollars. They're mythical. They're mythical.
You have $50,000 to work with.
So like Mahomes is $8,000. That's a lot.
Okay. Now, do you just need like 7 skill positions, or do you need all linemen?
2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and a defense.
So you need 8.
Okay. So the one I'm sure about, and Anita Marks is going to be here in a little while, and she's going to agree with me. Dawson Knox is an excellent value. Has caught a touchdown pass, I think, in 5 of his last 6 games. So I'm going to use him. But quarterback is interesting because you could go big on Mahomes, or you could save money, for example, and go with Dak, or go with Daniel Jones, or go with Trevor Lawrence, who I actually like only because Jacksonville is going to be behind the entire game, and Trevor Lawrence is going to have to throw.
What does Jalen Hurts cost?
Jalen Hurts is the 3rd most expensive quarterback at $7,600.
Is Josh Allen second?
Josh Allen's number 2, yeah, because Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Burrow, Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones, and Brock Purdy.
What's Burrow cost?
Burrow costs $6,500. He's good value.
And Mahomes is $7,000?
$8,000.
So I would take Burrow.
You would go
save
Burrow.
a little bit of money there.
Okay.
All right. And then, for running backs, what's Christian McCaffrey cost?
$8,000. That's the most expensive.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. What's Tony Pollard cost?
I'm going to use Tony Pollard for sure. $6,100. That's a great value for Pollard.
Okay, I kind of like that. All right, wide receivers.
Jamar Chase is the most expensive at $7,800.
What's Stephon Diggs?
Number 2 at $7,700.
What's CeeDee Lamb?
Number 4 at $7,300.
Is Debo 3?
A.J. Brown is 3.
What's Debo?
I can't. I
not even on the list?
No, I would have a hard time. He's $5,900.
That's a pretty good deal.
I know.
Oh, Niner?
For the Niners, yeah.
Well, do you want to win or not?
I want to stay true to my.
Okay, so no Niners.
Stay true to my values. My values. I kind of like Juju Smith-Schuster.
What's that cost you? Except Mahomes has been spreading the ball.
5,100.
I don't love that. He's been spreading the ball around every week. What's Gabe Davis?
I was just going to say him. Yeah, 4,800. Gabe Davis is in.
That's your guy.
Gabe Davis is in.
Yeah.
So I'll fill the rest
I like
of it
Dawson
out as
Knox.
I go
I like Gabe Davis. For a third wide receiver, what about one of the other guys on the Bengals, like T. Higgins?
Higgins is 5,800.
Boyd. Tyler Boyd, what's he?
Tyler Boyd is a better value, 4,000. Yeah, I'm going to use Tyler Boyd. That's a good idea.
But if you have 50,000, we're not even close to 50,000 yet.
No, we're at 24,800. But we've got an average of $6,200 per player left. So
what do we need? We need
a running back and a wide receiver. So I'm looking for a running back. I can go big on a running back. I like
what's Saquon? Yeah.
I like Saquon, 7,900.
Done.
All
right, so that puts you a little over 31?
Yep. And then wide receiver, let's look for a value wide receiver. I do like No, I already have Tyler Boyd. What about Marquez Valdez-Scantling?
Well, I wouldn't take any Chiefs wide receivers because they.
But isn't one of them
You're
about to cash in?
You're already taking Gabe Davis,
Gabe
right?
Davis for Buffalo, yeah. How about Michael Gallup? He caught a pass last week for a touchdown.
You can't take C.D. Lamb?
I can.
What's he cost?
C.D. Lamb is a very pricey 7,300. But I've got room. Let's take C.D. Lamb.
Okay.
You know, I love the Cowboys this year. Love the Cowboys this year.
All right, so what are we missing?
We are missing.
You're at like 40,000 now.
A flex position.
So it can be any wide receiver, any running back.
Correct.
And you've got 10 grand.
Yes.
Take McCaffrey.
He's a Niner.
But you want to win, right?
But he's under your. You can afford him.
Let me see. Flex position. I can afford. Joe Mixon is the highest guy I'm able to afford. Joe Mixon, 6,500. Travis Etienne, 6,400.
Wait a minute. I thought you had 10 grand to work with.
I had to
here.
buy a defense. I just bought Dallas's defense for cheap.
Okay, so how much money do you have left?
I've got 6,600.
And you can get Mixon for 6,500?
Yep.
That's a good deal.
Okay, I'm mixing. There it is. There's the lineup.
All right.
So that is.
And you picked a whole lineup without Niners.
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
By the way, did you see what Mattress Mac did?
Did he bet it all on the Cowboys?
$200K on the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. Now, granted, that's not the biggest bet in history for Mattress Mac.
No, he won $75 million on the Astros.
Oh, my God.
But he lost a ton on TCU.
Yes, he did.
And he lost on somebody else too. He's been losing a lot lately, but he's so operating in the black that it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. All right, coming up next for you, we have a listener wheel of questions. Is that right, Bergman?
We sure do.
Listener wheel coming up next. Mason and
Hope
Ireland,
it's better than
710
yesterday.
ESPN. I hope so too.
Now that the World Cup is over, the U.S. men's national team is back, rested, and ready to take on the competition stateside. January 25th, the boys head to LAFC's Banc of California Stadium to take on Serbia. And we want to make sure we hear you in those stands. The USMNT will be fighting for the win against Serbia, having lost their prior match, and they're hungrier than ever. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Want to make sure you get a good seat? Head to ussoccer.com/tickets to secure your spot.
I gotta say, I think this is I think you probably won a Kings jersey more than you
No,
won a
this is my
Lakers
jersey
this
now.
year.
This is my jersey now. He gave it to me.
Officially yours?
Yeah, it's officially
All
yours.
right. Well, how are you feeling this year so far?
It'd be nice if we win a game every once in a while. You know, Sabonis isn't playing. That'd be nice. Try to take advantage of it. You got Light the Beam over here at crypto.com.
Tell us who your favorite team is, Lee.
Who's
Who's your favorite team?
He says we're done.
We're done.
Who's your daddy?
This is an interesting one. And by the way, yesterday's from It's Dreezy was very good.
I
was
also
terrible.
You just didn't
Thank
understand
you,
it.
it's Dreezy.
You just didn't understand it.
No,
That's not
it's
her
very-
fault.
it
That's your
confused.
fault.
Oh,
John
no, there were
confuses
no
easily.
there were no good answers, and because
my
we-
answer was
true
great.
that there were no good answers.
I would have been in the world of Dazed and Confused. It was a good answer.
Yeah.
no.
So would have Jorge. He was in the world of
Back to the Future.
It
Back
made
to the
sense.
Future, okay.
All right. Anyway, this one comes from Corporate Greg's Peloton,
Oh, nice.
so it must be good. It says the final script of a series finale of a current popular show is sent to you by accident.
Uh-huh.
What do you do with it?
So it's the finale.
The finale, a series finale.
Game
a
of Thrones.
Very, let's say it's Succession. You get the series finale of Succession sent to you by accident. What do you do with it?
I would read it. I'm one of those people that doesn't want to, I don't have the discipline not to read it.
I 100% would not read it. In fact, when we were working over at La Cienega, there was the final episode, or the final stretch of The West Wing.
Yeah.
And Richard Schiff was our guest.
Yep. Great guy.
And I asked Richard Schiff off the air, I said, so who wins this election, Alan Alda or Jimmy Smits? And he says, do you really want to know? And I said, you know what? No, I don't. I wanted to be surprised by the end. I'm trying to think. Jimmy Smits won the election.
He did.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Schiff said to me once,
Spoiler alert.
after, so I met him, and then we started playing golf together, and we became pretty good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And after about the third time we played golf together, he stopped me, and he goes, you've watched these West Wing episodes way more than I have.
Yes.
I don't know the answers to 90% of these questions that you're asking me.
You're more invested than he is.
And I went, okay, I'll stop.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I weaseled my way back in to ask him all these backdoor questions.
Yeah,
But, because I'm so obsessed with
Sure.
it. The highlight of my run there was one day I get done playing. I play with my Worthy and my regular Sunday guys, and I walk into the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear somebody go, Ireland. I look over, and it's Schiff. He motions me, like, come over here.
Yeah.
I walk up to him and I go, hey, Richard, what's up, man? He goes, I want you to meet somebody. And right in front of me, he goes, Martin Sheen, John Ireland. He's a big fan of yours. He goes, hey, John, I hear you like the show. I go, yeah, I drive him crazy. He goes, well, have a seat. And I get to sit there and have lunch with Martin
that's
Sheen.
really cool.
And Richard Schiff. So that was
But you
really
would in that scenario, you would have wanted to know who won the election.
I don't think I could. I don't think I have the
You couldn't
discipline.
resist.
I mean, I'd love to tell you that of course not.
I want to be surprised. I genuinely want to be surprised.
Yeah, Bergman,
You would
how
have
about
read the last episode of Game of Thrones before it happened?
Would probably been better than
Right,
watching
probably
it.
would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you read it, then you'd be like, oh, great, I don't have to watch this
I don't have to
garbage.
watch this now.
I am a guy that does not watch trailers to movies I want to see.
True.
So, no, I would absolutely not read it because I need
All
to
right,
be
so
surprised.
let me tell you
in
the
that.
difference between me and you.
Yeah.
I think I sent this to you guys, and if I didn't, I put it in for the show tomorrow.
Okay.
But did you guys see that they sent out one still photo of Ted Lasso and what's coming?
I
No.
did see that.
Okay, it is.
It actually hurt my heart.
Yeah, it is Nathan, who has betrayed Ted. He's
Who's
the
a
one
bad guy now.
He's the one who went to Trent Grimm from the Independent and told him about Ted's panic attacks.
Yep.
And then he went to work for what's the name of the character that owns Ted Lasso's team? Rebecca?
Rebecca, yeah.
Rebecca's ex-husband, who's a jerk, owns West Ham, owns another
Correct.
team in the league, and
Hires Nate.
Nate's going to coach him. So the one picture is Ted in a hallway running into Nate, and Ted's got a big smile on his face, and Nate's just staring at him like he wants to kill him. And in the background is Rupert with his arms folded.
Nice.
So that's the new conflict.
Now, Bergman, you think that's a spoiler to see that photo?
No,
No, but I'm
that
saying
wasn't a
what I
spoiler.
was mad about, Greg, was that I kept clicking on the photo thinking it was a trailer.
Right.
and I'm an idiot, so it took me like 3 clicks to realize, oh, it's a still photo.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
And it hurt my heart because Nate was such a great character and he became such a villain. His arc has been crazy, from like nobody water boy to this genius that was helping make plays, and now he's a villain.
Yeah.
So he's just like.
But
this
you
big
needed
ol' arc.
conflict. Like there was
Sure.
no bad guy.
Well, you
in
know what's
season
coming
two.
too. Is it somebody we like, somebody on Richmond that we like a good player, like Danny Rojas,
He's gonna get
or
traded or
to Nate's team.
Yeah.
Jamie Tart gonna go over
Jamie
there?
Tart's
Jamie
gonna,
Tart is perfect.
Jamie Tart's going to go over
Jamie
there
Tart, do,
and
do, 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 Jamie Tart.
and come back, or Roy Kent's going to come out of retirement and go
Go
work
over
with
there.
Nate.
Yeah.
Well, he's a
So-
coach. He's
so-
a coach.
yeah,
Oh, that's
but-
right. He's a coach now.
Yeah, but something weird is
Yeah.
going to happen.
Jorge, what about you? You get the last script of what is your favorite TV show historically?
Ted Lasso is one of those. It's
Okay.
up there. So if
So
I
if-
get that one,
Yeah.
I wouldn't read it. If I
Right.
get something like The House of the Dragon or whatever it is, then I just.
But that's stuff you don't watch.
I
you
don't
watch
exactly.
House of the Dragon.
So I wouldn't read Ted Lasso because I like it.
yes,
But if it's House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones, I wouldn't.
yeah, if it's
care.
a show I love,
Yeah.
I don't want to read the
Didn't
last
Cranston tell us a story that he had the Breaking Bad finale script in his car, and somebody broke into his car and took it?
Yep.
And I don't remember how that story
Um,
ends.
The way that went was that Brian was later in a bar, heard somebody bragging about the Breaking Bad script. He called the authorities. The authorities showed up and arrested that guy for breaking into his car and took the script and gave it back to Brian.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's
wow.
the way that story goes. Yeah.
Loose lips sink ships.
Yes, they do.
So you know what's weird is that I don't like spoilers for that type of thing. But if I go, you're going to a magic show tonight,
Yeah.
John. If I
Comedy-
see a
comedy
magic
show.
It's called the Comedy and Magic Club, but it's a stand-up comedian show.
Oh, okay. So if I see a magic show and I see a trick that I really like, I'm like, I can't figure it out. I'll actually go on YouTube and find out how to do it.
I do too.
You do? Oh, you do that also?
Oh, yeah.
You find out?
Yeah, I wanna
It's
know.
taking away the magic, but I
know.
want to know.
I know. I want to know how they
I've
pulled it
learned how
off.
to do Jorge's funny trick, holding it to my forehead and saying the name and all that stuff. It's a great trick.
Oh, Mary.
I've done that so many times. It's unbelievable. Just random people. I like doing that too. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, that's not the one I was looking.
Is there
for
breaking news?
Oh, I thought there was breaking news. I'm disappointed.
So, article I read about Jamar Chase had things really screwed up, or I screwed them up. Justin Jefferson did have the most catches and the most receiving yards.
That's what I thought.
In 2022.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So Jamar Chase down the list because he missed 4 games, but I don't know where that came. The article was
You trusted the article.
convoluted. Yeah,
Yes.
the article was convoluted.
If
So-
you want a little bit of breaking news, I can give you something small.
okay,
Go
break
for it.
something.
So we were talking. Thank you. All-star closer Aroldis Chapman, who people thought were going to come to the Dodgers,
Yeah.
is not coming to the Dodgers. He's going to Kansas City on a 1-year, $3.75 million deal. Just shows that the Dodgers are not going to take anybody along those lines.
Yeah, I don't know what the Dodgers are doing.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see it. I see it. I mean, I think the Padres are, in my mind, the clear favorites now to win the National League West. By the way, in Vegas, Dodgers still favored. But I look at the Padres and I think, damn, they've got a great 1-2-3 in their rotation. They add Xander Bogaerts to an already loaded lineup. They just look really good to me. Bergman disagrees, by the way. Right, Bergman?
Yeah. What? That the Dodgers are going to be good?
No, that the Padres are favored in the National League.
I think they're probably by the pundits they'll be favored, but I think the Dodgers are still going to be better. I think they're going to have a better record at the end of the year, and I think they'll win the division again, despite a couple of the losses that they had. They are a better, well-run team. The Padres have shown us nothing.
Well, they are a well-run team. I'll say that. But I also look at the 4 spots at the bottom of the lineup and say Lux, Chris Taylor, Miguel Vargas, James Outman, and say that's not a good bottom of the order.
No, it's not a great bottom of the order, but you don't know what these guys are going to be like. The offseason's still not over. They're already over the luxury tax, so they might as well go further over the luxury tax.
Right, they might as well, yeah.
So, I mean, it does so very well. We could see what this team is as of right now is not what it's going to be in a month or two.
Yeah. There are a couple of guys out there that are still interesting. Zach Greinke's kind of interesting. Michael Wacha's kind of interesting, who was with the Red Sox last year. Had a really good year. There's some
But do
free
you need
agents
more
out
pitching? I mean, the pitching, I think.
Always.
I don't think you can have too much pitching.
I agree, and that's what they do really well. I mean, who is it? It's the guy that used to be in Arizona that they just picked up. It's a reclamation project.
Yeah, I mean, they're good at those.
Exactly. They'll find guys like that.
So, John, you're very excited once again about the Car Chase channel and making this thing happen. I looked at the story you sent. It involves a tractor.
How great is that? Now,
Shelby Miller, sorry.
Shelby Miller, there you go, yeah.
all right, so I have a dream that one day I'm going to win the lottery.
Yes.
And when I win the lottery, I'm going to start something called the CCC.
Yes.
It's a network, TV network.
Yep.
Car Chase channel. Mm-hmm. And all we're going to do, 24 hours, is run car chases. If there's not a live car chase going on, we'll run an old car chase.
Oh, really? Best of car chases.
Oh, yeah. 24 hours of nothing but car chases. And this one would get hot rotation on the Car Chase channel.
Right.
What happened was a guy led 8 police cars on, I'll use the phrase, high-speed chase.
Yeah.
But considering the vehicle he was in, that may be a misnomer.
Yep.
He was on a tractor.
Yeah.
And he basically was trying to evade the cops on the farm, and he took it out to the city streets. Tell me you would be able to turn that off if it was on the Car Chase channel. Bergman, you would not be able to turn off a high-speed chase with 8 police cars chasing a tractor. Admit it.
There is no car chase that I can turn off.
Exactly.
I watch it. I stop listening to you guys and start watching the car chase when it's on in front. When it's on the TV.
One thing I learned in 25 plus years of TV news, particularly in Los Angeles, I worked at KCAL KCBS from 1995 until 2015.
Right.
Okay. No matter what the story was, the Lakers could have won a triple overtime thriller in which Kobe scored 81 points. If there was a car chase anywhere on the freeways of Southern California, preempt everything. No commercials. Go to Pat Harvey. Let's chase.
Right.
And Mace, the ratings, it was like normally ratings are like a bell curve. It goes up and down.
Yes.
These were like comets straight up into the air. People cannot get enough of car chases. I don't fully understand.
And by the way, the Car Chase channel, you know what? I never saw a high-speed chase the whole time I was growing up in Ohio.
Correct.
Never, and I don't even know if they happen there.
You don't even know how much the people of Ohio need the CCC.
Right.
By the way, you're not blameless here.
What do you mean I'm not blameless?
I know you don't love talking about this, but I'll just keep it quick. When you won your lawsuit, I said, give me the money to start the Car Chase channel, and you refused.
Correct.
Why did you refuse? It's a can't-lose business proposition. You will be my #1 financial benefactor.
Yes.
All the money we make goes right to you. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yes.
I can't afford it. You can. Let's go.
Not happening. Not happening.
You could have a whole day that was just built around, this is the day that someone got away. Times people got away. Sometimes people got hit, rolled over, or whatever happens to be.
All my anchors would be people that were very polarizing. First guy I try and hire, Stephen A. Smith for the Car Chase
channel. He'd be
channel.
great on the Car Chase channel.
Second person I hire, anyone who was on Baywatch.
Just
throw him in the chair. Think of the attention we get.
Here's David Shokichi.
Yep.
David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
All of them.
On the Car Chase channel.
Tracy Bingham in.
Tracy Bingham. There you go. Tracy Bingham.
Donna D'Erico
there
in.
You go.
All right.
Yasmin Bleeth, you're in.
No, Yasmin Bleeth is our leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's a can't lose. No one's turning off the Car Chase
I'm
channel.
not denying the appeal.
If Yasmin Bleeth is anchoring an 8-car tractor chase, tell me you'd be able to turn that off. No chance.
I know it would work.
It can't lose.
It can't lose.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Let's go.
Like internet radio. All
This
right.
is actually my favorite idea you
I
have.
deserve that. I've roped you into that.
All right. Coming up next, we're Stephen A.,
Speaking of Stephen A. Smith,
who is appearing everywhere to promote
he's got a
his
book out. Yeah.
Straight Shooter. He said something about Rihanna.
Oh, we've got it. You'll hear it.
Yeah, we'll play it next because it's causing some controversy. We got that coming up for you next. Don't forget my lie of the day. Chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to see the U.S. men's national team versus Serbia on next Wednesday at the BMO Stadium, the Bank. Get your tickets at ussoccer.com. That's ussoccer.com. At some point today, I'm going to tell a lie. If you sniff it out and call in at 3:30, you got a chance to win. Mason, Ireland, 7:10 a.m.
Now that the World Cup is over, the U.S. men's national team is back, rested, and ready to take on the competition stateside. January 25th, the boys head to LAFC's Bank of California Stadium to take on Serbia. And we want to make sure we hear you in those stands. The USMNT will be fighting for the win against Serbia, having lost their prior match, and they're hungrier than ever. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Want to make sure you get a good seat? Head to ussoccer.com/tickets to secure your spot.
This month, we're celebrating the new year with fun.
Football is live. When's Ted Lasso come back?
Spring.
It's just such a happy-making show.
It is a happy show.
Apparently, we ruined it for somebody. Chris says, way to ruin Ted Lasso. Was just about to finish season 2.
Oh, well, he'll see. I mean, we didn't run anything.
I mean, but like it's been like 2 years almost.
It has been almost 2 years.
It's been a long time.
We
Sorry,
can't-
Chris.
Yesterday we spoiled Citizen Kane. Today we spoiled Ted Lasso.
No, you didn't ruin Citizen
Oh,
Kane.
no,
you
we-
refused to.
Correct.
A movie from the 40s you refused to review.
It was the right thing to do.
Citizen Kane, yes.
It was the right thing to do.
So Stephen A. was on the Sherry Shepherd show, which is, I think, what took over for Wendy Williams.
Was it Wendy or Ellen?
I think it was Wendy.
Okay.
I think it was Wendy. And Stephen A. is getting some blowback from something he said about this year's Super Bowl halftime performer, Rihanna.
There's one thing she's not.
Uh-huh.
She ain't Beyonce.
I know she's not Beyonce, but wait a minute. Hold up.
Hold on.
Steven.
The only reason I brought up Beyonce
Yes.
is because Beyonce recently performed at the Super Bowl.
Yes, she did.
And without Bruno Mars and Coldplay.
Okay, so Beyonce performed, but she's had her time.
understand.
Now there's Rihanna. Rihanna's coming back. She got that extra of motherhood. I like Rihanna.
You know what? I like television.
Uh-huh.
I like a lot of talent out there. There's some spectacular females in television. I just want to say that. Everybody ain't sharing.
Okay, everybody's not sharing.
That's not throwing shade on them. That's appreciating their greatness, but understanding there's levels, you know?
Any problem with what he said? He's done nothing but apologize for it because apparently all of Rihanna's fans have come after him now.
Yeah.
And so he's apologized profusely. Long 3-minute.
Has he apologized?
Long 3-minute video
First of all,
apologies.
Rihanna's fantastic, right? Has
Yeah.
more. I mean, my understanding is has more #1 hits than anybody, and it's been 6 years since her last album, or 7 years, or something like that. And she's doing the halftime show. And Beyonce's fantastic, but I think Sherry's right. Beyonce has had her time in the spotlight with the Super Bowl. Obviously, won Grammys and stuff this last year. But I think he is. Low-key disrespecting Rihanna.
I disagree with you. I don't think he disrespected anybody.
By the way, requires no apology.
That was my next point.
Yeah.
That
Idiotic.
the fact, and he has, I mean, you can find this, Greg, if you want. He's done like 3 video apologies for
Done
this
an
because
apology
it's gotten
tour?
Oh, it's gotten so out of control. All of Rihanna's fans have come for Stephen A. It's just an opinion, people. There are musicians that I like, and there are musicians that I don't love.
Yeah.
It's my choice. It's Stephen A. He's allowed to have an opinion. It shouldn't be the end of the world if he comes out and says, I like Beyonce better than Rihanna, which is basically what he did. Why does he need to apologize for that, Greg?
See, I don't know if it's. I mean, he doesn't have to apologize. The problem that I have with it is that Sherry was asking him, "Oh, are you excited about the Super Bowl?" And he goes, "Yeah, I mean, I am, but Beyonce's better." It wasn't anything about Beyonce. It was just, "Are you excited about Rihanna?"
He did take a left turn.
He just all of a sudden, it was like when Kanye West took from Taylor Swift. Like, you had a great video, but Beyonce was better. Like, there was no point to that.
The apology is so unnecessary.
It is unnecessary,
and
but
so
he just,
ridiculous.
It wasn't a part of the question.
That's what polarizing.
He just did it.
Well, that's what polarizing people do. They look,
but they don't apologize generally.
Yeah, exactly.
Polarizing people don't say, "Oops, sorry."
I was just thinking, would Charles Barkley have apologized?
No.
Would Skip Bayless would have apologized? No. I mean,
Stephen A. doesn't need to apologize
to anybody.
You're allowed to have a different view of a particular something as
I think we
subjective
live
as
in
music.
a culture now where everybody is so worried about offending people that like the first move is I better apologize.
It's always it is the safe thing.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary, especially in a case of I like this musical artist better than this musical artist.
I mean, and I'm sure Rihanna will be great.
She's going to be
But
fantastic.
by the way, unsolicited plug for something on Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
Flipping channels the other night.
Yep.
My friend Jared Stacy, who works in Amazon, is married to a woman named Caitlin.
Okay.
And she was one of the executive producers of something called The Show on Showtime.
Okay.
And it's the behind-the-scenes story of how the SoFi Stadium Super Bowl halftime show came together. So, in other words, they followed around Dr. Dre and Mary J. Blige and
That's very cool.
50 Cent and Snoop and the producer and the dancers. And you were there. You would love this because you were there.
Yeah.
And they basically break down everything they tried that worked, everything they tried that didn't work, why they did it this way, why they did it that way. It's great. So track that down if
it's called The Show, and it's on Showtime.
Yeah, and it's about I think it's called The Show California Love. And it just talks about the way that all came together. Particularly if you're somebody that's into that, watch it before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because you'll see just how much work. The amazing thing is how many times they did a dress rehearsal with a stopwatch. In other words, they had a finite, and the hardest thing, you don't think about this, was getting that stage in and out.
Yep.
And having it completely off the field in time to start the second half.
Because that was an elaborate stage. Like, they do this at SoFi during a lot of games where they bring out a stage and somebody performs, but it's not as elaborate as that sort of...
And at the end, when they really wanted that money shot of Eminem, Dre, Snoop, Mary J. and 50, all on the stage together at the same time. And even to make, you'll see if you watch this, even to make that happen, they had to jump through some hoops. because they had one person singing and performing on one end of the stage, and they had to get them to the other end, and they only had 30 seconds.
Yep.
And they had dancers in between them who were dancing. How do we get them there? How do we rise Snoop off the bottom?
Right.
They a couple times almost tumbled down the back of the set. It's great.
So here was the thing that bummed me out about that. So when I was at the Super Bowl, the entire set was facing against me, the other direction.
I think about that a lot of times when the Laker girls perform, is that, and they do a good job of this, like sometimes they face the scorer's table and sometimes they face Michael and I.
Yeah, right.
But for that, they only had one shot, and what you're saying is they were facing away from you.
Facing away from me, yeah. So, by the way, I'm in trouble on how much did I bet that we could have Jeannie Buss on the show?
$25,000 mythical dollars.
And then didn't I up it?
No, you left it at 20. You both have $25K.
Yeah, I think Jorge did
You
too.
have $25K, she won't.
Oh,
correct.
I don't have Jorge on here.
Well,
And I have
where did Jorge go?
She will. Jorge just
he
left.
stepped out.
Jorge
He'll
stepped
he'll
out.
come back.
All right, yeah, Jorge and I are both on it. Oh, did you get a no?
I didn't get quite a no.
Did you get any response?
Yes.
What did it say?
There's negotiations underway.
What did the response say?
It said, can we do it after the All-Star break?
Jorge, you jumped on that bet with me, right? That he couldn't produce Jeannie Buss?
Oh, no, I didn't. It was just you.
It's just me? All right,
It was just
Greg,
you.
Bank me my 25. Thank
No,
you
it's
very
not
much.
over.
No, it is over.
No, it's not over until next Friday.
Yeah, it isn't. He's
'Cause
right.
you never know.
He's
Okay.
right.
It's true. However, you do have the ticket. There's no moving it.
Correct. Jeannie, 877-77-ESPN. Give us a call.
By the way, I have a little bit of
I
break.
did Jay a favor yesterday. I could easily call and
Make
say,
it happen.
No. Push it towards the All-Star break.
Make it the Monday after.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of breaking news for you.
Oh, a little bit breaking.
Wow, twice in one show.
I know this is a crazy day.
This is unusual for
John,
you.
you love the last 2-minute report.
Oh God, this thing needs to go away.
De'Aaron Fox steps forward and initiates contact with Nunn's body, which affects his jump shot. It should have been a foul.
Okay, now let me tell you about this play. That is the biggest brain cramp the Kings almost pulled the whole year. So, Mace, picture this.
Yep.
Final seconds.
Yep.
Lakers have screwed up, like we were talking about earlier. End of game situations they've been poor in.
Yes.
So, basically, about 10 seconds left. They're down 4.
Right.
Okay, game's over. They're down 4. The Lakers. Kendrick Nunn catches a pass. He's behind the 3-point line and leans into De'Aaron Fox and shoots a 3. It goes in. Had they called the foul Greg's talking about,
That basket would come off the board.
no, 4-point play
4-point
ties the game. We're
Right.
going
Oh,
overtime.
God.
So that's a huge screw up by the.
So you still want to get rid of the 2-minute
I
report?
do, because now
I like to know.
Wait a minute. Now all I am is mad. It doesn't change the outcome. LeBron wants to get rid of it too.
Were you mad last night?
I thought it was a foul, but
Aren't you?
here's another thing. I need to check this, but I don't understand why coaches end games with a challenge in their pocket.
Yeah, might as well use it at some point.
So I said to Michael, I don't know if that's a challengeable play, and I still don't know. I could ask Monty McCutcheon or one of the refs, but if
There was no
that-
timeout, though, in
if-
between.
Well, wait a minute, though. If it's a challengeable play, ball goes in the basket, Darvin can call timeout and challenge it, right?
Well, yeah, but the play just kept going, and they brought the ball in,
But
and then
Kendrick
it went
Nunn, the minute he
the minute he got
let the
could
ball
call
go,
timeout.
he was going, I got fouled. Ball goes through the basket. If Darvin goes timeout, he got fouled. I want to challenge that. Don't they have to look at it?
Yes, they do. I think so.
And so instead, now I don't know. Again, I'll ask. I'll see these guys all tomorrow. I'll ask if that was because earlier in the year I was asking Darvin. I said, "Man, why didn't you, Westbrook?" There was a game we played in Sacramento, and Westbrook was flying to the basket. They fouled him, and he laid it in.
Yeah.
And they wiped off the basket, and Darvin jumped out of his chair and went, "That's continuation. I want to challenge it." And the ref said, "That's not a challengeable play." By the way, which I think is a dumb answer in any sport. If you can challenge a play, I think you should be able to challenge. There shouldn't
Challenge everything.
Right. Take another
Although
look at it.
We tried this in the NFL with pass interference, and it became those
I mean,
were challengeable.
yeah.
Became not challengeable.
I'm now okay with that. If I'm going to use my challenge and I only get one and I have to use a timeout, I think I should be able to challenge.
So
All
pure-
I'm asking is you're the official. I'm the coach.
Yeah.
I'm Darvin Ham. You're the ref.
Right.
I want to be able to say to you with my one challenge, hey, I think you missed that. I want you to take another look. I want to use my challenge. And all of that is you get another look at it and redo the call. Like either you change it or you keep it the way it is. That's it. But there shouldn't be, no. That's an unchallengeable play.
Right.
If I only have one challenge and I have to call timeout anyway, why can't I challenge everything? In football, too. Why can't I challenge a spot, a pass interference
call? So you're saying
call?
it's either challenge, everything's challengeable,
All
or
I'm
get
asking,
rid of challenges altogether?
Yes. All I'm asking you to do is take another look at it. I think you missed it.
Right.
And then you would go and look at it and go, Kendrick Nunn did get fouled.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to go back and do that.
Or Troy Brown Jr. did get fouled on that 3. Or
Correct.
LeBron James did get fouled.
I think you should be able to challenge anything or just get rid of the challenges because they stop the game and take too long.
Right.
But if we're going to have them, I don't want to hear not a challengeable play. I want to eliminate that from the lexicon. I think anything should – and by the way –
including pass interference in the NFL.
Yeah, and by the way – this is not
one of them is,
this is not an original thought. I'm stealing this from Jeff Van Gundy.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Van Gundy's been arguing this for over a year. And I know the other thing that I argue all the time that you don't agree with is the Phil Jackson no foul.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I think that I don't know why we're taking stars off the court, but that's a harder argument to win.
Yes.
This challenge thing, since we're doing them anyway.
Yeah.
Let me challenge anything I want.
Okay. Bergman, what do you think? Challenge everything?
Yes. I mean, if you're going to do it, John's absolutely right. If you can challenge one thing and you only have one, then there's no reason that it can't be whatever it wants. And in football, you should absolutely be able to challenge a pass interference.
I am in favor of getting rid of all challenges and all instant replay, period.
All
Totally
sports.
In
all sports.
All
Yes.
sports.
Great.
Get rid of the VAR.
Fine. The
VAR, exactly.
There's 6 referees looking at that thing, and they still get it wrong.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's instant.
Well, because they don't want to go against the referee, so it's a waste of time anyway.
Exactly.
All right. Tell you what, coming up next for you, our friend Anita Marks is going to be a big gambling weekend.
By the way, I've got a bone to pick with
boy.
Anita Marks.
Here we go.
Another one.
Yep. Anita Marks from BetLA. Is it on tonight?
Yes, it is.
On tonight at 7 o'clock? 8 o'clock?
Well, she's coming on. We can actually ask her.
Yeah, we'll ask her next. Mason, Ireland, 7.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
Now that the World Cup is over, the U.S. men's national team is back, rested, and ready to take on the competition stateside. January 25th, the boys head to LAFC's Bank of California Stadium to take on Serbia. And we want to make sure we hear you in those stands. The USMNT will be fighting for the win against Serbia, having lost their prior match, and they're hungrier than ever. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Want to make sure you get a good seat? Head to ussoccer.com/tickets to secure your spot.
Anita.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I lost one game out of 4.
Is that really the only one you lost?
That's the only one I lost.
Wow. That's the one I asked you about. Unbelievable. My luck sucks.
I mean, I had Christian McCaffrey scoring a touchdown. The 49ers
you nailed
winning.
Dawson Knox.
Yeah, Dawson Knox.
I had
is a
Knox
great
scoring
call.
a touchdown. The Bills winning. I had Jamar Chase scoring a touchdown and the Bengals winning. What? Like you should be buying like a whole new I don't know wine cellar.
So what you're saying is you've got to bet them all as opposed to being selective.
It's interesting. I had this conversation with my producers on Daily Wager. Hopefully, people out there watch 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2.
I see it
shameless
every
plug,
night,
not so shameless.
every night.
And we have a segment at the end of the show. It's called "What's Your Best Bet?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I hate it. I hate the segment because I just don't feel that there is a best, quote unquote, best bet, right? Like I go into a game, I play a side, I play a total, sometimes I tease it, I play a plethora of prop bets, and at the end of the game, I'm up. Like you're not going to win everything. So I have an issue with best bet or just wagering on
All
one
I remember
thing.
is I said I feel really good about the Cowboys, and you said nope, go the other way.
Nope.
So I didn't
and
bet
listen, they shocked me. They look like dog do against Washington the week before.
They did. That's true. All right,
Oh
let's
my
look.
gosh.
Let's project forward. All right.
Let's. Okay.
All right. So we've got 4 games this weekend that I'm sure you've done a ridiculous amount of homework on. Let's take them in order. Jacksonville at Kansas City, Saturday early. What's the spread in that game right now, Anita?
So the spread is 8.5. The over/under is 52.
What do you like?
I have a small lean towards laying the 8.5. Okay.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to use this as a 2-team 6-point teaser, which means I'm going to use the 6 points and I'm going to bring Kansas City down to -2.5. Right? I take that 6 points. I'm going to apply it to Kansas City, and I'll probably align it with one of the other 4 games that we're going to discuss momentarily.
Okay, so you like the Chiefs. You're not crazy about giving that many points, so you'll lower it to 2.5.
Right, and I think this is. And I think this is going to be a score fest for Kansas City. Jacksonville, their defense against the pass, 22nd in passing yards per play, 29th in third down, and 24th in red zone. So their defense is just god-awful, and we know how good Patrick Mahomes is. You give him and Andy Reid more time to prep, it's over. Good night, Bonzo, whatever. Give me Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown, and Kansas City wins at even money. Give me McKinnon, anytime touchdown, Kansas City wins at +130. I'm also rolling with that.
Okay, so the Giants, Jalen Hurts is apparently okay, ready to go versus.
If you say so,
Daniel,
I'm not buying it.
Daniel
I'm not buying
Jones and the Giants. Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm not buying it.
You think we may get a steady diet of Gardner Minshew?
I would not be shocked if we see Gardner Minshew at some point in time. Okay,
Wow.
so and just full disclosure, full transparency.
You're a Giants fan?
Jalen Hurts is not on the injury report.
Right.
Okay? He is not, which means the Philadelphia Eagles are claiming that he is 100% A-OK. I'm not buying it. Dude looked like dog do against the Giants' 3rd and 4th string defensive players. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, only rushed for 13 yards. I'm not buying it that his shoulder miraculously healed like that.
Okay.
I'm just not buying it.
So assuming that he
I
isn't
love
playing.
the Giants.
Okay,
I love the
what
Giants
I was gonna ask
at +7.5. Love the Giants. I'm going to even play the Giants on the money line. I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants straight up win. A little bit, not a lot, just a little. I'm just gonna just because if they do win, I could say I had them on the money line. I just want to brag a little bit.
Right, sure.
So, but I do like the Giants +7.5. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think this is like blood in the water, and the Giants players like Ojulari and Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence are like sharks, and they're going to say, you know what? I don't care. Miles Sanders can rush for 100 yards. Our purpose is to take Jalen Hurts out of the game because his shoulder is a mess. And I think this Giants defense are going to pin their ears back, and they're coming after Jalen Hurts, and they're going to try to knock him out of the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gardner Minshew at the end. I love the Giants here +7.5.
All right, the hardest game for me to pick, Anita, is Cincinnati at Buffalo, and I'm surprised how many national people I was watching ESPN today, and they had a panel of 4 people. All 4 of them picked Cincinnati. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm on Cincinnati here as well. Why are you shocked? Have you seen what Josh Allen's been doing? He's averaging 3 turnovers a game. He's good for at least 1 interception and 2 fumbles a game.
What about Team of Destiny? What about everybody's picking the Bills to go to the Super Bowl?
What about Damar Hamlin standing on the sidelines?
Yeah, listen, all that's going to be motivation. There's no denying that. But I just, if you go back and you look, ever since that elbow injury for Josh Allen, he just hasn't been the same. He's a turnover machine.
What's the spread right now in this game?
5.5?
5 is it? Last I saw it was 5. If it's 5.5, great. Listen, I think Cincinnati wins outright. So same philosophy for me here. I'm gonna take the points with Cincinnati. Thank you very much. Just in case they don't win and they lose by 3 points. Here's another one. How about this, guys? 39 games. Here's an interesting stat for you. 39 games in 2 seasons. The Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow have only 3 losses of 3 points or more.
Wow, that's pretty good.
How about that?
All right, so now you can help settle a big argument.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Mason, all in on the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
I'm all in
Are you a closet Cowboy fan?
Wait, but Anita, I'm all
What
in
is going
on the
on?
Niners. We have dueling big mythical money bets. I've got San Francisco. He's got Dallas. Who's going to win?
Yeah, listen, I'm not on Dallas. I'm not on Dak. Granted, I was wrong last week. I'm wrong. I'll tell you I'm wrong. Full transparency here. I just did not expect the Bucs defense to be that god awful. So wait, guys, you might laugh at this. So after the game, my mother, who's a huge Dolphins fan, of course, so she hates Tom Brady, down in Miami, she's 82 years old. After the game, she texted me and she said, "Do you think Tom threw the game?" My mother texted me and asked me if she thought Tom Brady threw the game against the Dallas Cowboys. How about that? Anyway, so I think special teams, obviously, they're going to have an issue. Their field goal kicker's a head case. Granted, they brought somebody in. If that person's going to start, I still think so. Special teams, they're down. Here's the big key for you. The Tampa Bay Bucks, 26, their defense, 26th in interception rate. The 49ers, top 3. 20 interceptions on the season, a total of 29 takeaways on the season. Dak Prescott, watch out. This is the game. He will throw a pick, if not 2. And I know everybody's worried about Purdy and that Dallas. Listen, it's about the offensive line. And the 49ers offensive line is head and shoulders 100 times better than what we saw the Bucs try to protect Tom Brady against Micah Parsons and that crew. So I just think there's too many weapons here for San Francisco. They're on 3 days rest because they played on that Saturday. This is the 4th straight road game for the Dallas Cowboys. 5 out of 6. I love San Francisco here. I'll actually, what I did do, because it opened up at 4, it jumped down to 3. Jumped down to 3.5. I bought the hook, which means I bought the line down to 3, so I'm laying $136 down to win 100.
Gotcha.
And I bought it.
You're not
going to
do what that guy did with the Chargers, where you bet $1 million to win.
To win
like,
14,000.
Yeah, and then lose all of it.
By the way, have you ever heard of a situation like that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, people, there's people, sometimes wealthy people do stupid things with, stupid amounts of money like that. They have it. So, I mean, obviously his return on his investment is what shocks you. Right?
Yeah.
$11,000 on a $1 million investment? I mean, who does that?
Yeah, not worth.
But,
not
somebody who doesn't value money.
Apparently, the dude had his money. He had it in his DraftKings account, and that's another thing. When you're playing with house money and you're up, you've got that money, and it's a lot easier to just go click click than the withdraw. Right?
Yeah.
Like that extra step of withdraw from your bank account slows you down a little bit.
Sure.
When you've already got the $1 million in that account and all you have to do is click, click, dude, it's a lot easier to make that bet.
Mason's best bet, Dallas +4. I think they're going to win them a game outright. Put it all on the money line and stuff like that, Anita.
Ireland's best bet, do the exact opposite of what Mason is saying. Ridiculous. What time are you on tonight, Anita?
I am on at 7 o'clock. We've got a great show. It's all getting you ready for Wild Card Weekend. We've got Dave Spadaro on from the Eagles to preview the Giants game. Fat Jack, professional handicapper. Vic Carucci, who covers the Bills, to preview the Bills-Cincinnati game. My best friend Cynthia Freeland, beautiful, talented, smart, brainiac on the NFL Network. And Ohm, Youngman Suk, is going to join us. We'll end the show with a little NBA action, getting you ready for Friday's monster slate.
Awesome. All right, that's 7 o'clock, Bet LA with our friend Anita Marks. Anita, thanks for coming on. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. All right, bye, Anita.
Woo! I've got 14-1 odds on the Cowboys winning the NFC.
Yeah,
that's what I need.
That's the one game I'm going to have to, it's going head-to-head with the game I'm doing.
Oh.
But I think I can get most of it.
Need the Niners to go down. All right, last night, Ron the Dog had an interesting experience.
Is he okay?
I will explain.
Is he okay?
He is now. I will explain it.
Uh-oh.
Coming up next. All right, if you are involved in an auto accident of any kind, you might wonder, what are some advantages of hiring my friend Jacob Imrani? Well, here. First of all, you're hiring somebody that's been doing this for 25 years. Maybe the simplest answer, Jacob and his team will hold your hand throughout the entire process. They're going to handle the phone calls and the rental car and getting your car fixed and finding you a doctor and all that stuff. And they will handle the insurance company on your behalf. You don't want to talk to him yourself. Let Jacob do it. He can immediately, on top of that, get you the medical attention that you deserve so you can get back on your feet. And with 25 years experience, he's got the reputation and the clout to get you the compensation that you deserve. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. Mason, Ireland, 710.
Now that the World Cup is over, the U.S. men's national team is back, rested, and ready to take on the competition stateside. January 25th, the boys head to LAFC's Banc of California Stadium to take on Serbia. And we want to make sure we hear you in those stands. The USMNT will be fighting for the win against Serbia, having lost their prior match, and they're hungrier than ever. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Want to make sure you get a good seat? Head to ussoccer.com/tickets to secure your spot.
I gotta say, I think this is. I think you probably won a Kings jersey more than you won a
this
Lakers
is
jersey this year.
This is my jersey now. He gave it to me.
Officially yours?
Yeah, it's officially
yours. All right. Well, how are you feeling this year so far?
It'd be nice if we win a game every once in a while. You know, some bonuses in playing. That'd be nice. Try to take advantage of it. You got Light the Beam over here at crypto.com.
Tell us who your favorite team is, Slade. Who's your favorite team?
He says we're done.
We're done.
Who's your daddy?
didn't know you were going to play that, but it's entirely appropriate. So I'm very suggestible, John. If you suggest something to me, somehow I wind up doing it.
Give me $100.
Probably at some point I will. So Sedano and Cap were on me. I think Sedano said, you should try smoking again.
Oh, no.
So last night.
Oh, no.
I did it. And
this
my
isn't good.
You want to get high?
Ron the dog's happy place. His happy place is in my lap.
Uh-oh. He got a contact high?
So last night, I smoked a J on the patio, and afterwards, Juan said, you know, he seems like he's stumbling a little bit. I think he did get a contact high.
Oh, no.
Now, he had no complaints about it.
Okay.
And he's fine now, but I do think Ron the dog got a little buzz. Got a little buzz.
That's bad pet
Start
ownership
them when
right
they're young.
there.
Start them when they're young. You will not believe this, Ireland. But you have to.
Okay.
I have not ordered from Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats at all so far in 2023.
Will you allow me to retake control of your password?
Have at it.
Really?
Take it away.
Okay, set it up.
Not using it.
And I will change it.
Not even using it.
Okay.
Not
Chinatown 2.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, Mason really wanted to lose weight, and he said, my biggest problem is I keep ordering from Grubhub.
Yes.
So I said, all right, give me your computer. This was like 3 months ago. I said, give me your computer. I will change your password. And I'll let you guess every day what I changed it to. And we'll have a fun game out of it. But the bottom line is you won't be able to order it unless you figure it out.
Exactly.
And what do you think? Probably 25 days of guesses.
I could ask a yes or no question every day.
And you were getting so frustrated because you said, I have literally asked about everything. Do you still have the list of things you asked about somewhere, or did you erase it?
Oh, I asked about Jacob Imrani and
my family,
sports,
Ohio.
the Rams,
does it have anything to do with weed? Does it have anything to do with you? Does it have anything to do with the show? And I just used Mason's favorite movie, Chinatown, as the password. And for some reason, you never asked about it. And finally, we let Michael ask a yes or no question.
And he nailed it.
And Michael goes, does it have anything to do with the movies? And I said, yes. Mason goes, oh, it's Chinatown.
I knew right away. Once that was the case, I made it clear.
All right, well, if you want me to do it again, I'm happy to help.
I will. I'm going to set it up, and I am going to ask you to do it again for me. But it's pointless, because this year is not the year of ordering food.
Okay.
Not the year of ordering donuts.
Okay.
Just not that year anymore.
Mm-hmm. You should do it to me. I order it like every other day.
Yeah, Bergman told me you order.
I don't.
But you're not fat.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not fat. I'm overweight.
Well, is there a difference?
Yes.
29 BMI.
Overweight is a nice way to say fat. That's me. I'm body positive, though.
Body positive. Okay.
Body positive.
We can say that.
So Shaquille O'Neal, I think we have time for this. Yeah. Shaq was on Celebrity Jeopardy.
Well, basically TNT, Adam Lefkoe was hosting TNT, and he created Celebrity Jeopardy. 3 contestants.
Yep.
Shaq, Candace Parker, and Jamal Crawford. And let's just say they gave Shaq certain allowances, and it didn't help.
Art history. For his tomb, Chinese emperor commissioned 8,000 statues made from this material. Jamal Crawford. Hold on, Shaq, would you like to guess?
No, go ahead.
Shaq,
Go ahead. No,
Shaq,
go ahead.
would you like to guess?
Go ahead,
Shaq, your buzzer went first.
Go ahead, Shaq. No, go.
What was your
He
guess?
can't even break the board the right way. Come on, Shaq. Go.
Shaq's not trying to break a board.
Shaq,
He's so mad.
What material?
You didn't go to Michigan. I ain't worried. Go ahead.
Shaq, we'll give you 2 guesses.
Green marble.
Incorrect.
Give him another one.
You do get a second. What
It's
material?
Crawford saying, give him another one.
No, it's green. Do I get a lifeline?
You have 5 seconds.
Slice. What is it?
He's
green
asking the
marble.
producer
What's it
to tell him in his ear.
Can I get my buzzer going now?
Okay. You don't have a guess?
No.
Okay. Jamal Crawford.
What is terracotta?
That is correct. It is terracotta. Jamal Crawford is coming in here. This is the equivalent of a 50-point game.
Wow. Terracotta.
I wouldn't have got that.
They gave him as many
I would have
shots
guessed
as he
emerald.
wanted.
The Chinese emperor commissioned 8,000 statues made of this.
I would have said jade.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Shaq.
Shaq's the best.
They make such a goof on Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq ate frog legs last
Yeah,
week.
Shaq's the best.
He's so funny.
I've said many, many, many times, there's never been a better marriage of sports and entertainment in Los Angeles than Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson was first. Shaq was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of a kind.
Yes, he
totally.
is.
To say, I've never met anybody who gets it more than Shaq does in
Yep.
terms of where his place in the world is.
Yep.
And anybody who works with him says the same. I got a buddy of mine who used to run his record label. Said totally understood that people were coming to see him. It wasn't about how good the music was. It was about him being a character and having fun and getting people to sing along. And, he shows up at Christmas with a giant semi-truck full of toys, and it's all good stuff.
Right,
and
right.
He gets out there dressed as Santa Claus and hand it all out to people. He's great.
Yeah. We have a Shaq conversation next hour.
Oh, good.
In the 3 o'clock hour.
Okay, good.
Don't forget Lie of the Day today. If you can figure out what I have or will lie about, you can win a 4-pack of tickets to see the U.S. men's national team versus Serbia next Wednesday night at the Bank. It's now BOM Stadium. BMO.
BOM. Bomb. BMO.
Don't do that. Don't say bomb in a stadium.
BMO.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not getting upset.
It's bomb, BOM.
And by the way, you can get your tickets at ussoccer.com. That's ussoccer.com. At 3:30, a chance to call in and tell me what I lied about for your opportunity to win and be at the game. Mason in Ireland, What's Up, Fool, is next, 710 ESPN.
What's up, fool?
Now that the World Cup is over, the U.S. men's national team is back, rested, and ready to take on the competition stateside. January 25th, the boys head to LAFC's Banc of California Stadium to take on Serbia. And we want to make sure we hear you in those stands. The USMNT will be fighting for the win against Serbia, having lost their prior match, and they're hungrier than ever. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Want to make sure you get a good seat? Head to ussoccer.com/tickets to secure your spot. As Bobcat, it's time for What's Up, Fool?
What's up, fool?
Take it away, Kirby Gray.
Thanks, Chris. All right, so Aaron Rodgers was on the Pat McAfee show and talked about how the officiating is poor because TV took all of the good refs, such as Mike Pereira, Dean Blandino, and Terry McCauley, for example. TV networks are starting to take coaches, they're starting to take refs, and they've taken players, too, at younger ages and putting them on TV. Is this good or bad for the leagues?
Well, I refute the idea that all the good refs are on TV. They have taken refs.
Well, it's not all of, well, okay.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? In other words, there are still good refs in the league.
I mean,
it's not like everybody's not Dean Blandino or whatever on TV.
Mike Pereira is the best.
Mike Pereira is great. All those guys are great, but I still think there have to be good refs left.
Yeah, they're not all terrible. They just look terrible on TV. But I don't think it's a thing. And by the way, if Mike Pereira and Dean Blandino want to go grab the big money for the big TV check, it probably pays a lot better than being an NBA official or an NFL official. More power to them.
Yeah.
So
I'd let them do it.
So taking guys like, I don't know, C.J. McCollum goes and does things. Draymond Green goes onto TV and does things. So you think it's good, bad for the league?
I don't think it's bad.
You think it's good?
Oh, it's kind of good for the league. I mean, I think Draymond Green, his podcast and appearing on TNT and all that stuff is actually really good and entertaining.
What's up, fool?
Okay. I saw a story about a woman that put a fake pregnancy test in her bathroom to see if her mother-in-law was snooping around her bathroom. She was, and told the whole family that this woman was pregnant. The husband got angry that the woman lied about the pregnancy when he found out that it was fake. So who's wrong in this situation?
Snooper.
The snooper is wrong.
The snooper's totally wrong. Don't snoop when you go to somebody's house. Don't open the cupboards. Don't open the drawers. Don't look around. I told Greg this morning. We talked a little bit about this. When I have a party,
Nobody knows that about you and me.
you will find nothing in our cabinets. We take everything out of the cabinets so that if you use the guest room, bathroom, or if you use the cabinets empty, we
Wait a
take
minute.
everything out.
Like you're putting your house up for like Airbnb?
No, when we have a party.
Oh, okay.
Because I know when people go in on a party, it's like, I wonder what's in this cupboard, what's in this medicine cabinet.
And my
what's in-
cabinets are
Nothing's
too
gone.
my cabinets are too messy and filled with crap for me to do that. So have at it. Go look at anything you
Do you
want.
agree that the snooper here?
100%.
Don't snoop in people's houses. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you snoop, Bergman, when you go into somebody else's house?
Absolutely not.
You're not a snooper?
No, it is their private stuff.
Boss
I'm not
Amanda,
doing
do you
it.
do any soup? No.
Oh, she does for sure.
Jorge,
Nah.
going through drawers, shuffling through drawers.
For what?
No, nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I think the snooper is completely wrong.
Well, you took somebody's peanut butter once.
That was I was at Airbnb and I was allowed to.
You were allowed to.
Yes.
You were the one that felt weird about it afterwards. You did nothing wrong.
It was weird. I ate somebody else.
You did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
All right, what's up, foos? So a soccer fan has paid $2.6 million for a VIP ticket to see Ronaldo and Messi go head-to-head today in Saudi Arabia. The game happened today. It ended at 5-4 as the score.
Did either one of those guys score?
Yeah, they did. They both
Okay,
scored.
they both scored.
Yeah,
Okay.
which was good. So the ticket gave them access to the locker rooms and a chance to meet both of the soccer stars. So what is the most you would pay for a ticket? This guy paid $2.6 million.
Oh, Mason, this is a good question for you because you've been faced with this before. Like when you really wanted to go to the World Series, you really wanted to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How much do you have a too much? Like, or is it just depend on how big of a deal the experience would be?
I think.
Are you comfortable saying how much you paid for your Super Bowl tickets?
Yes. I paid $3,250 each.
Okay, so that's more than I've ever paid for a ticket. But okay, so think about this: $3,250. It's your guy Jorge paid $2.6 million.
That's crazy.
Million.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Mason wouldn't even pay that.
It was an all-star game, kind of.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, for the Saudis, yeah. So it was they're all-stars against PSG. So
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't even a meaningful game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would have paid, if I had the money, I would have paid that money to see a World Cup match between Argentina and Portugal, see both of them play in a real match, not for a exhibition match.
So to put this in perspective, like we didn't go on. We had a staycation once this year, specifically because we spent that money on the Super Bowl.
Right.
We were like, okay, then
we'll make it up and
we're-
make it up
we're
at a later
staying
date.
We're
Yeah.
staying at home because that is a ton of money. I think that Game 7 of the World Series where Yu Darvish screwed up.
Yeah, Astros Dodgers 2017.
Yeah, we might have paid $1,500 each, something
Yeah,
like that.
Super Bowl is the biggest single item ticket you've ever had.
Oh, for
paid for.
sure. For
And then
What's
they
the
ended
most
up.
expensive you've ever bought? Well, you got.
I have it. Maybe $500 for a concert ticket.
Because you go.
Yeah, we spent $800 for a concert.
Yeah,
What concert?
$850. I think Brandon surprised me with Jay-Z tickets back then
Oh,
before
okay.
he retired and
Yeah.
whatnot. So
Bergman, what about you? Most expensive ticket you paid for?
Probably like $50. I don't.
$50.
I don't buy tickets to a lot of things. Actually, I bought a Dodger game ticket for $100-some bucks.
You got into Game 7 of the World Series
Totally free. Thank you very much.
for free.
Yeah.
How?
Because
That was a
Mason's a
confusing
really
scenario.
Mason's
nice
a
guy.
really, really nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Nice
you
guy.
had an extra ticket. Is basically the short version of that story.
we sit by the polls, but he's nice.
No.
Yeah, no, when we go, we don't always sit in the best seats. Yeah.
He also likes to lurk and stare at you from far away.
I do lurk.
And he'll
I'm a
text you.
lurker.
He's like, I'm behind you.
Buy a bad seat and then stand behind everybody at the loge level. Exactly.
What's up, Foo?
All right, so Joe Lacob did something pretty funny the other day. 2 fans were heckling Draymond Green while in Washington playing the Wizards on Monday. Green went off in the fourth quarter after being heckled, and Joe Lacob offered the fans a pair of seats near the court in Boston for their game tonight. The guys did decline, but if they hadn't, how long would you keep the streak of bringing these guys along with you if Green kept playing well with them in the stands?
I'd put him on the friggin' team playing. Because Draymond is one of those guys that plays better when he's mad. Kobe was like that. He played better when he was mad. Very few people are like that. Like James Worthy's like that when I play golf with him. As long as I'm joking with him, he's good. But if I start going, man, you suck. You haven't made a putt in 2 hours. He'll go, what? And all of a sudden, everything starts going in. Right. Because his competitive edge takes over.
But why would they also decline?
Because they're not Warrior fans.
Doesn't matter. You're getting free tickets from Joe Lacob.
But they were Wizard fans, and Draymond just buried the Wizards.
Yeah, but they get to go see Warriors Celtics up in
They
Boston.
have no interest in it. It'd be the equivalent of Mason at a Rams-Niners game and Mason heckling Debo or heckling Brock Purdy.
And then getting invited.
Those are rivals.
And then
These are
John
rivals.
Lynch walking up to him and going, hey, man, you really fired him up. Can I bring you up to San Francisco for the Dallas game?
I'd say
no. It would be more like Chiefs
pound
Titans
sand,
and the
Lynch.
Titans. Yeah, it'd be more like Chiefs Titans, and you heckled.
I can understand why they turned it down. But by the way, good on Joe Lacob.
Yeah, good bit.
That was funny.
Yeah, see, Joe Lacob's into bits. He's
yeah,
in it
hey,
for the
Joe,
bits.
public service request. Buy the Angels.
Yeah.
We need a real owner down there. Let's go.
What's up, Foo?
So I saw this on Yahoo today. This powerful shower head took dirt off my skin from 1985, and you can get it for $28. I love these ads because there's just so many questions that go behind them. Like, why do you have dirt on you from 1985? Would you want a shower head that takes dirt off you for that long ago? So do these ads ever work on you guys?
Bergman, and I'm dead serious about this.
Yeah.
I need this info. I'm in a constant search for. I want.
You have dirt on you from 1985.
No. Okay. I want the most powerful shower head I can find.
I'm in agreement.
I want the ones they use to wash the elephants. I am not kidding. I can never have enough water
I have it right
pressure.
here. I'm going to send you this email.
Yeah, my father, when he was alive, took a shower at my house once, and he went, "Oh my God, how?" He goes, "I almost got knocked over." I go, "Well, just do it halfway, Dad. Like, don't crank
How do you
up."
turn it only halfway?
Well, I have a valve, and you can open it all the way, and then you get the full shower, or like halfway.
Wait, don't you know somebody that travels with a shower head?
Yeah,
Michael Thompson.
Well, I'm surprised Michael doesn't, but my brother-in-law travels with a shower head, and he like with a shower head and a monkey wrench. And when he gets to the hotel, he undoes the shower head and puts his on, and then when he leaves, he takes it off, and he just loves. I shouldn't make fun of him because I'm the same way.
Right.
If I was less lazy, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I
there
just
is
put up with it.
nothing better than a really, really strong shower head.
Yeah,
really.
it's the greatest.
It does,
I actually agree.
and I don't know about removing the dirt from
1985?
or whatever that is. Is this something you buy on TV? It's one of these as seen on TVs, or where's it come from?
It's on Amazon. You can get it for $28 on Amazon.
And by the way, I'm spending $28 just because I'm curious.
It's the Aquadance Premium 3-way rainfall shower head.
Oh, I'm all over
Hey,
this.
can you send us a link?
So
send a link.
Hey, Greg.
I did send you
Greg,
the link. Yeah.
To answer
You
your
want it too,
question,
Jorge?
do these ads work on you? What do you think?
Yes.
I've already spent the $28 less than 30 seconds after you sent me the link.
Okay, I don't have the story in front of me right now, but I also saw one where there was a jump rope, but it had no rope.
What does that mean?
Like it has like a little ball on the end of it, so it makes it feel like you're jumping rope, but you're not actually.
It's
like
mythical rope.
Pretend rope. It's a pretend jump rope.
So you still have to do the motions, and so you're still getting the workout.
The thing
but
I
there's no
reminds me of
actual rope.
Of the girl that sold her under
farts.
sweat and
Yeah.
farts.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
So that one's ridiculous, but the shower head is not.
Best $28
Yes.
I've ever spent.
Shower head's
you
a
have
great
the
idea.
info.
Send me the link for the jump rope.
All right.
Imaginary jump rope.
It was pretty funny. I
bet
should have
you-
done that one too. That
I
was
bet
a
you
funny
$1,000
story.
mythical dollars that I could jump more than you did, Mason.
With the fake
I
rope.
never even
With
tried
no rope.
fake rope. I
With
never-
no rope.
Don't
Mason.
I wasn't a jump rope person.
He's
I
taking
didn't-
it so seriously.
I never.
What? Hold on. I
It's
can't
fake.
believe you do that.
Not a jump roper. Didn't even pretend to jump rope. That was Kaplan. Tired of getting accused.
There was no
of things.
actual rope, Mace.
So I'm saying I could jump more than you, but
With
there's
the
no rope.
fake, there's no rope.
Oh, pretend rope.
So basically,
Oh,
you guys are just jumping.
jumping, just jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a stupid invention that is. I always
What's
like,
up, fool?
I like these seen on TV ads now where it's like, and it's about to be discontinued, so you can order now. It's
Call
like,
in now. The first
Everything
50
is about
people.
to be discontinued now. All those things you buy on the
Okay,
TV.
so I go to the Rite Aid across the street from my house all the time, and they have an as seen on TV section.
Yes.
I walk through it every single time and see if there's just possibly something that I would want.
Yeah, it's like Sky
Yeah.
Mall. There's always
Yes.
something interesting.
There's always something cool in there.
Yeah, I probably buy more useless crap from Amazon than any of you. If you looked at my Amazon spending habits, you just go, "What in the hell are you people buying?" It's ridiculous. Amazon was created to take money out of my bank account. I've decided.
That does not surprise me.
What's up, fool?
All right, so we got time for one more. Do
Okay.
you want to do it about the Las Vegas Knights goalie, a runner in Australia running marathons, or the Texans in a rookie dinner?
No, do the rookie dinner. This
Okay.
is good.
So some teams have eliminated this, but the Texans still do a rookie dinner where they make a rookie pick up the tab for the vets. The vets always try to run up the tab, and they stuck one rookie with a $51,000 tab. Is this a cool tradition or time to end?
It's time for it to end, because there's nothing the rookie can do.
Right.
If the four of us, if somebody else got a new show on the station and the four of us made the person take us out to dinner, like if Anita was in town and we said, "Okay, we're going out to dinner and you're picking up the tab," and then the four of us intentionally
Spin it
ordered
up.
the most expensive stuff on the menu,
I'd
and
like the 36-year-old Lagavulin,
yeah,
please.
and she had to pick up the tab. That isn't funny. It's mean.
How much was the tab? Do we know?
51,000.
See, I think if you're a professional athlete, and we've seen so many go broke, right?
Yeah.
So many.
You're right. It's a bad.
You got to learn to respect money. Everybody should learn to respect money, and I think that's disrespecting money. It's a bad look by everybody. It's a bit that has run its course.
And here's the other thing: if you want to haze rookies, I have no issue with it. Like you make them wear a rompum, or you make
them dress up for Halloween, whatever.
Right.
Whatever they
You
do.
make them wear like a Saved by the Bell outfit or
Make them
something.
sing their fight song
Right.
while doing a handstand.
More
I
power
don't
to
know,
you. Go
whatever.
for it. Hitting him up for $51,000.
Uncool.
Not right and bordering on
Yeah,
mean.
uncool.
I think it needs to die. Jorge, what do you think?
Yeah, I get rid of it, man. That's just it's not
A
good
lot
look,
of teams have gotten rid of it. The
Or
basic
they're not allowed to do it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be allowed to do that.
teams
What's
with
up,
like
fool?
good veteran leadership have gotten rid of it.
And there is your What's Up Fool for today. Coming up next, what is the greatest personal comeback of all time? Think about that. Plus the happiest, least stressful, most meaningful jobs in America, and a hypothetical basketball game featuring all-stars who would win. All that stuff coming up for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right, don't forget lie of the day, 3:30. If you can figure it out, you know what it is. I either lied or I will lie. You can score a 4-pack of tickets to see the U.S. men's national team versus Serbia next Wednesday at, we're just going to call it the bank. You can get your tickets at ussoccer.com. That's ussoccer.com. Really excited for tonight. Going to see some hockey with our friends, me, Bergman, along with, let's see, I want to mention their names. Jesse Cabrera and Carlton Roberts and their guests tonight across the street at Crypto.com Arena. I'm excited about that. Still, I didn't buy any Girl Scout cookies. Did you?
Not yet, but I will.
Yeah,
I did.
Did you from a listener?
Yeah, like a few listeners have hit us up. So
Duvel Jameson, I bought some from his daughter.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
We'll get some.
All right, so, John, there was something interesting that happened. There was a minor award show that not a lot of people paid attention to on Sunday called the Critics' Choice Awards.
Just what we need. More award shows.
The acceptance speech. Here's the acceptance speech of Brendan Fraser, who won for Best Actor for a movie called The Whale.
Okay.
I was in the wilderness, and I probably should have left a trail of breadcrumbs. So, but you found me, and like all the best directors, you merely just showed me where to go to get to where I needed to be.
Okay, so he was in tears. It was very cool. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, because he was like out of acting, and he kind of...
Yeah, he kind of disappeared from acting. So it made me think about great personal comebacks. People who have come back from great adversity to return to whatever it is they're doing. And the first name that popped into my mind was Tiger Woods, who... was part of that whole
and
drama
then came
and
back
all that
and won
stuff.
the Masters.
Came back and won, and I think that was an amazing story. Completely redefined his career, his image, all that stuff. That's what came to mind. What about you? Greatest personal comebacks?
All right, two things popped into my head. The first one is Michael Vick.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Vick went to jail for the dogfighting scandal.
Yep.
And when he got out, I thought, well, the NFL is littered with stories of people that something happened to him off the field, and we just never heard from him again. He came back, and I'm working a Laker game one night in Philadelphia.
Right.
Remember, he was at the quarterback in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Then he got arrested for the dogfighting scandal and did 18 months in prison. Mace, he walked into this Sixers game in Atlanta, and the game pretty much stopped, and everybody stood up and cheered for Michael Vick. And I thought, here was a guy that was public enemy number one 2 years ago. And now look at him.
And he did a lot of work.
Yeah.
Worked with the ASPCA and the Humane Society and spoke in urban neighborhoods where there was still dogfighting and talked about the ills of it and all that stuff, and came back to play. Amazing.
The other one is Ron Artest.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one.
Ron Artest, when he got suspended for the Malice in the Palace, got a 73-game suspension. Everybody thought he was, for lack of a better word, a thug, a punk that didn't deserve to ever play in the NBA again. And not only did he turn his life around and recover from that black mark, whatever you want to call it, the straight. But have you ever seen anyone's reputation do a 180 more than him?
No.
Now he's looked at as an advocate for mental health awareness. He took the only ring he won in his career and auctioned it off to give it to a mental health hospital. When you see him around town, he's like the Pied Piper. People gravitate to him. The other night
Most lovable guy.
Another night he was on Spectrum doing studio analyst. This was a guy who couldn't walk into an NBA arena for a year because of what he did, and now he's welcome everywhere.
Yeah.
So those are the two. And then let me give an honorable mention. Robert Downey Jr.
He's actually on my list,
One time was so whacked out of his mind, I don't know if he was drunk or on drugs or whatever, that he broke into someone's house and crawled into a bunk bed and was found sleeping in the room and got arrested. And now he's argued with the biggest movie star in the world.
Yeah.
So that's the other one.
Those are good ones. Yeah, he was on my list. Bergman, anything come to mind?
Who did you say again? I don't want to repeat.
I did Ron Artest, Michael Vick, and Robert Downey Jr.
I heard you. in Tiger Woods. Okay, so but then it's Alex Smith.
Alex
Smith is by far the best one that I can possibly think of. He destroyed his leg and was out for years, and he came back, and I think he made it to the playoffs, didn't he? With the Washington.
I can't remember, but he did come back and play.
Yeah. That's a great one. If you have any suggestions, at Venice Mace, MASE, at LA Iron.
Oh, Mike Tyson, he's there, right? Now he's doing movies and he's doing kinds of stuff.
He did kind of he spent a couple of years in jail, right? For that whole Desiree Washington
and after
thing.
the ear bite, and he came back from that.
And now he's making movies and
now he's kind of looked at as a lovable guy.
Yeah.
You know.
And by the way, has a really successful cannabis business. My understanding is it's out in Desert Hot Springs, where, by the way, Desert Hot Springs, it's basically places you soak and places they grow weed. Those are the two things in Desert Hot Springs. Oh, plus DeAndre is from there, who's one of our interns, who, by the way, is starting a new podcast. Are you willing to go on and be on DeAndre's podcast?
No.
No?
Just straight forward, straight up.
What day is it?
Oh, you're not here today.
If it was any other day.
Our intern, DeAndre Hawkins, starting a podcast.
Do you go on any podcasts ever?
Sure.
Okay, so why not DeAndre?
Why not DeAndre? You have something against DeAndre?
No, I have something going on that day.
Oh, it's going to be Parker's, too. So it's Parker and DeAndre. Then, definitely don't do that.
How about this? I'll go on Parker's, but not DeAndre's.
Wow.
Look at him. Parker's very excited.
Parker's all mad now. No, you don't put me in that position.
By the way, I'll go on both.
So
it's together. It's theirs together.
Yeah. Oh, they're doing it together?
They're doing it
Parker
together,
and
yes.
DeAndre?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Parker and DeAndre show.
I don't know why they're not asking Jorge or me, but, that's fine.
What I will do, I will not go on the podcast, but I will give you the phone number for Alan Sleewa. Okay.
Are you trying to get him to come back at you two times now?
No. He's come. I mean, I'm going to get what I'm getting whenever he decides to do it, and I just have to live with it.
So what podcast would you go on? Like the Hoop Collective? Would you go on the Hoop Collective?
Sure.
Yeah, I would. I'm just not qualified.
The Bill Simmons podcast.
I'd go on the Baseball Collective.
Yeah, but I don't think Bill's like necessarily a giant fan of the station.
Is he not?
Weird.
Do you know he's not?
Well, I remember.
I occasionally email with Bill.
Yeah, I do too. I haven't in a long time. But he's a Celtics fan.
Yeah.
But he had Clippers season tickets for a long time. No, I think that the reason Bill created Grantland and The Ringer and all this is so he could do his podcast without people telling him what to do.
Right.
I don't think he liked filling in here because people were telling him what to do. And so now he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's the boss.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Sedano has a podcast, the Lockdown Podcast.
Oh, the Lockdown Podcast with
Would
George
you go
Sedano.
on the George Sedano Lockdown Podcast?
No.
I would, but he wouldn't have me.
No, he wouldn't have you. You don't know enough about basketball.
He's really stuck on the Al Michaels thing. He's
He
just
is.
going to keep going back at that over and over and over again.
Yeah, he is. Very upset by it.
Starting today in about an hour.
Yeah,
not even an hour.
He's going to start the show.
More
Mason.
Al Michaels.
I think I've got your lie,
You've
by the
never
way.
called a game.
I think I've got your lie.
Do you?
I think I do, too.
Yeah, same here.
I'm going to send it to you two guys and see if we all have the same one.
I'll be
But I
curious to see
think
if you got it.
I think I've got it.
The lie of the day, by the way, in 20 minutes. Chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to next week. U.S. men's national team versus Serbia at Bank of California Stadium, which just changed its name to BMO Stadium.
Which is not a bank in Montreal, despite what one of our listeners said.
By the way, they got $100 million in naming rights.
Yeah.
10
Oh,
years.
well, you put Mason on the text, you dummy.
Why would I have to? Of course, why not?
No, because I thought we were going to determine between the three of us. We both
Oh,
have the
my
same one, right? By
yeah,
the way.
we are the same one.
Yeah,
we are the same
All
one.
right, so everybody's got the same one. Do we get it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so hopefully that means...
Must have been too easy.
Well,
my
we'll
bad.
find
My
out.
bad,
Yesterday
John.
I thought mine was too easy, and we had to go to clues.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, John, I've got on the page, these are the happiest, least stressful, most meaningful jobs in America.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I don't subscribe to the Washington Post, so I cannot read the article. Can you?
Yeah.
Do you subscribe to the Washington
do.
Post? Okay, it's on the... Because I would imagine, what do you think? Again, it's the happiest, least stressful, most meaningful jobs in America. Trying to think what that would even be.
Happiest, least stressful, most meaningful?
How about Forest Ranger?
No, there would be some stress involved,
but
with
not
that.
a lot of stress. I mean, you're out in nature and you're
How about the mail carriers?
No,
that's
mail
a very
carriers,
stressful.
Really? Oh yeah, that's a hard job, man. House to house and all that.
Yeah, no,
The mail guy comes like twice a week to my house now. It's not even a daily
the guy,
service.
right?
What's that?
You know your guy. You know
Oh,
your
I
guy.
do know my guy. Yeah.
Mace, was this in today's email or on a different day?
Different day. Different day.
Do you know what day? I got to bring it up.
I will text you the story because
Okay.
I'm fascinated by it.
All right.
If you are fascinated by it, stay right there. We will do it next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
I gotta say, I think this is. I think you probably won a Kings jersey more than you
No,
won a
this is my
Lakers
jersey
this
now.
year.
This is my jersey now. He gave it to me.
Officially yours?
Choice. Yeah, it's officially
All
yours.
right. Well, how are you feeling this year so far?
It'd be nice if we win a game every once in a while. You know, Sabonis isn't playing. That'd be nice. Try to take advantage of it. You got Light the Beam over here at crypto.com.
Tell us who your favorite team is,
All
Lee.
right, we're
Who's
done.
your favorite team?
He says we're done.
We're done.
Who's your daddy?
For great comebacks, George Foreman.
Yeah, good one.
Who he went from villain to really lovable guy. That's a good one. Somebody's saying Lamar Odom.
That's pretty good.
Did come back from that. Matthew Pelosi says, as a mail carrier, I can guarantee we aren't on that list of easy jobs.
All right,
or most
but
meaningful jobs.
no, we're talking about the happiest, less stressful,
Right.
most meaningful jobs, and you guessed what?
Forest Ranger.
Number one. Forest Ranger
Really?
is
You know what,
number
boys?
one.
Did you look at it?
No.
And why are you
I
playing
don't
Jeff
subscribe to
Passan?
randomly.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to the Washington Post.
Agriculture, logging, and forestry, number one. Number two, real estate, rental, and leasing. If you're like a real estate agent.
And you're renting.
Yeah. The happiness is 4.2, 4.4 for the agriculture out of 6.
Yeah, because you're out in nature and all that stuff. I would think that's nice.
All right. Number 3, and this surprises me, construction.
Huh.
That would seem somewhat stressful, right?
Somewhat dangerous, right? It can be.
Management, administrative, and waste. Tony Soprano, I'm in the waste management business.
Yeah.
That's why he chose it. Now we know.
Information. Like, I don't even know what that means.
411?
I don't know.
Remember when you used to call 411?
Health and social.
Information 411.
Now, I'm surprised this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, because it sounds the easiest. Arts, entertainment, and recreation. 7th
does sound
on the list.
Is that like an art teacher?
Transportation. No, it'd be like a coach, or entertainment would be like running a movie theater.
Where is radio assistant?
Well, I think we qualify. Bergman would be under arts, entertainment, and recreation, wouldn't he?
It's all arts when it's Bergman.
Listen to you.
Yeah. Okay. And then after that, it just wholesale, retail, educational services. What's on the bottom? Finance and insurance. Apparently are both stressful jobs.
Yeah.
Insurance doesn't seem stressful.
No,
Maybe it
doesn't
is.
seem so. It can be, I'm sure. So there's that. So,
by the way, Bergman, I got a problem with the shower head.
What's wrong with it?
Okay, I need.
It's on sale.
I know. I need one uber powerful shower head. This is a dual. This is 2 shower heads that you run through a Rube Goldberg kind of maze, and so the water's never as powerful when it has 2 heads.
Okay.
I'm in search of.
Even if you turn one head off and just leave one head going.
Yeah, that's been my experience. I'm in search of one elephant washing head, shower head that will provide the most pressure.
Wasn't that a Seinfeld episode where they got like those
Yeah,
shower
well, no,
heads?
it was the opposite. The super at their apartment building where Kramer and Jerry lived installed low-flow shower heads, and their hair was very flat.
Right.
They couldn't get any.
And then they got it out of the back of a truck.
Right, so they
powerful.
bought it, and I think the guy, what you're thinking of, I think the guy in the truck goes, I want the most powerful one you got. And he goes, we use this one to wash elephants. Kramer goes, I'll take it.
Right.
And he gets in the shower and turns it on, and it knocks him on his ass, knocks him completely out of the shower.
That's the one you want, right?
Yeah, I want that one.
You know, I've been around elephants in Thailand.
You have one on your
You're
chest?
talking about elephants, right?
Yeah.
So what we did was, we go on this elephant reserve thing, and we actually splashed water up on the elephants to help them wash off. So we kind of gave the elephants back. What the elephants then do is they go out and they take their trunks and they scoop mud and they put it all over their back. So elephants you can wash, but they're immediately going to make themselves dirty again. But seeing elephants up close was one of the coolest things
You know who
of my
that
life.
sounds like? You.
Oh, it does sound like that, yes. It does sound like me.
You'll take a shower once a week, and then you'll just get dirty again.
I shower every day.
Do you?
Occasionally, there's something called a shore shower.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Shore shower?
A shore shower.
What is a shore shower?
Like if you're at the shore. Jersey Shore.
Jump in the water, get out.
Jump in the water, get out. Just put on some deodorant and some body spray.
Some
and
Axe.
But that's not a shower then.
Some Axe, exactly. Put on the Axe.
Yeah, that's right.
By
That's
the way,
not a
Axe
shower.
is very underrated. Do you use Axe?
No.
Do you use any cologne?
No.
Any body spray?
No.
Are you 18 years old wearing
I used to. I used to.
I like
Yeah.
Axe.
all over your body?
I don't do it. I just do this, little this, little this. That's enough. Axe.
Right. No, nobody needs that.
Yeah.
Don't come in like that.
Yeah. I've got here on this list of subjects, John, that Shohei Otani is not worth 12 years, $500 million, which is the projected.
Who says that?
Me. If Mookie Betts is 12 years, $365, do you really want to invest $500 million in one player? I would not. He's a magnificent player. He pitches, he hits, he's a very fine power hitter, he's a great pitcher, but do you really bet $500 million on one guy? Wouldn't you rather distribute that money more equally amongst other players?
Let's say you're Steve Cohen, owner of the Mets.
Yeah.
You have unlimited wealth.
Sure.
You are a multi-billionaire.
Makes no difference.
So It's not my money.
But here's the Dodgers trying to stay under the luxury tax.
No, they're
threshold.
not. They just went out and traded for that.
For Miguel Rojas.
Yeah, and he put him right back over the thing. And they're owned by a hedge fund.
But 12 years, $500 million.
It's not your money.
No, I'm saying if I was a general manager, I would not invest 12 years, $500 million in Shohei Otani.
Well, then you're not getting him because
Correct.
that's going to be the going rate.
I would not be in the Shohei Otani business.
Yeah, I would. I think he's a once-in-a-generation player.
He is, but how long does it go? How long does it hold up? How long are you paying $50 million or $48 million a year to show it? If it's me, I'm not going to do it if I'm a general manager.
Yeah, I would do it, and furthermore, I think it only takes one.
Oh, 100%.
A baseball GM will do it.
It's 100% going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I would not. Bergman, would you?
Yes, 100%. I don't know why.
What else does Otani have to do to prove to you he's the most valuable player in baseball?
He's 29 years old. He does everything.
He's 29 years old, so you're taking him to 39, 42.
Sure.
Is he still going to be pitching when he's 42?
No, but
what you're doing is
35,
I'm
I'm great.
When he's 42?
If he'll be hitting at 42, but at 35, if he's doing both still. If he's at 35, he's still doing both. That's 6 years worth of getting him, and for on your 12 year, you're hitting 50% of it. Fine.
This is a little bit like you in the Super Bowl debate. Would you rather have a Super Bowl commercial or spread it amongst a bunch of commercials all over the place? Ireland says Super Bowl commercial. You say
I spread it all over
the place. And that's what I say. The smart way to approach a Major League roster is you spread that money amongst other players.
If you put Shohei Otani on the Dodgers, you're making the team infinitely better.
And what difference does it make if it's $500 million if it's not your money?
I'm saying if I'm the general manager.
It's not even his money.
Manager. Yeah, but if I'm the general manager, that's not how I choose to use my money. I think Shohei Ohtani's unbelievable, spectacular talent, all that stuff. 12 years, $500 million is more than any Major League Baseball player, than any athlete really should be paid.
Well, Trout makes $400 million, right?
Yeah, he got it when he was younger, too.
Yeah.
He got it when he was younger.
So he's going to get another contract.
Another one, exactly. I also wanted to mention this. There is a secret team or a mystery team that is interested in a combination of Sean Payton and Tom Brady. And it is the Carolina Panthers, apparently, looming on this.
Their owner is a guy named David Tepper, and he did an interesting thing. He was talking to the media the other day, and they said, are you going to make a run at Sean Payton? And Tepper said, we will give Sean literally anything he wants if he'll come coach here.
Right.
Isn't that a bad negotiating move to do it in the media? Because now what if Sean Payton comes back and says, Bill Belichick makes $20 million a year.
Right.
What if Sean Payton comes back and says, I'll take $25 million a year. I want to be the GM, and I want to have control over personnel and all coaching staff. And David Tepper says, fine. It's yours. Do it. Because David Tepper's a billionaire.
Right.
Whereas if Carolina was the job that Sean Payton wanted,
right,
he could have come in much lower. He could have said, look, Bill Belichick makes 20.
Right.
He's won 7 Super Bowls. How about we give you 18? Make you the second highest paid coach in the league. But now he's already said they'll give him whatever he wants.
Right.
And we already have a GM that we like, so how about you work with him? Nope. Want to be the GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now they've boxed themselves in.
They have boxed themselves in. I don't think, by the way, Josh McDaniel came out today, or there are sources indicating that Josh McDaniel doesn't want to go with a rookie quarterback. They've got the number 7 pick overall in the draft, that he wants a veteran guy, which indicates that it might
Brady
be
or
Aaron
Rodgers.
or
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Well, if Josh McDaniels say it, then let's go get a rookie quarterback.
Oh, is that what you say?
Yeah, I don't
do
really.
the opposite.
Everything opposite of Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
Here's something for you, John.
Yeah.
It says, this is from David K. Hey, Ireland, don't buy a new shower head. Just remove your current shower head and remove the small rubber band that's inside. The pressure will increase.
What's his name?
David K.
David, you're a little behind on this one.
You've done this before already.
Oh, there is nothing in between. The word restrictor is a 4-letter word in my house. They have
it's just full on.
Every impediment has been removed. Let's put it that way. And right now I have a pretty strong stream.
Mine kind of
Nice drop, man. Thank you.
There you go.
I'm going to end there.
Pretty strong stream
You're
at
about
my
to
house.
say something.
Leaving the segment.
Turn that shower on. I'll knock you right over.
All right. Coming up, lie of the daytime. Have you figured out what the lie is?
All right, now this
Yes.
hasn't happened in a while. All three of us got it on the first guess. Let's see if you people are smarter than we are. Because normally when that happens, it means it was too easy, but let's find out.
U.S. men's soccer team at Bank of California Stadium or BMO Stadium next Wednesday night versus Serbia. 4-pack of tickets if you can identify today's lie of the day. 877-710-ESPN. That's 877-710-ESPN. Mason in Ireland, 710.
Now that the World Cup is over, the U.S. men's national team is back, rested, and ready to take on the competition stateside. January 25th, the boys head to LAFC's Bank of California Stadium to take on Serbia. And we want to make sure we hear you in those stands. The USMNT will be fighting for the win against Serbia, having lost their prior match, and they're hungrier than ever. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Want to make sure you get a good seat? Head to ussoccer.com/tickets to secure your spot. Day, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
So getting information that Bank of California Stadium is now going to be called BMO Stadium. BMO Stadium.
Not BMO?
Not BMO. But
BMO sounds cleaner.
Yeah, BMO's nicer. All right, so lie of the day time. At some point today, I told a lie. These three guys all identified it, so maybe it's going to be an easy one. 4-pack of tickets to see the U.S. men's national team versus Serbia. First game since the World Cup next week at BMO Stadium. John, do the honors.
Okay, Gino in La Habra is on line 7. Gino, what did Mason lie about?
Hey, guys.
Hi, Gino.
I think Mason lied about ordering Grubhub yesterday. I think he did it.
I'm sorry. And I have changed his password again. So
no
the
way
game
I
is
can
back
order.
on
Exactly.
starting tomorrow. Let's go to Alex in Fullerton. Hey, Alex, you're on ESPNLA. What did Mason lie about?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I think Mason lied about his dog getting high yesterday.
Yes. I think this one was a little easy.
It did stick out a little bit. Yeah.
Alex, you win. Hang on, man, and we'll hook you up, okay?
Thanks, John.
You
Thanks,
got it.
man. Yeah, Ron the dog did not get high.
Thank goodness.
Ron the dog was not, as Bergman
Bergman-
said in a text, Snoop Dogg. He was not Snoop Dogg.
All right, Jorge, it's your game today, right?
It is.
All right, who do you think is going to win?
Is someone favored?
Two. Yeah,
one of us
two.
two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I forgot
need a
it
win.
I will say this. Mason, your competitiveness in Game of Games in 2023 is much improved.
Much, yeah.
Yes,
I
it is.
am.
I think you have made a concerted effort to get off your ass for the first time in 3 years in Game of Games.
You know what I say? Bet on yourself.
No, you're actually engaged. You're competing. You're trying to win. So now, instead of Bergman and I trying to kill each other, it is now you, Bergman, and I trying to kill each other, which makes for a better game of games.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You know, we always talk about cord cutting.
Yeah. Bergman's a cord cutter.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I'm not really a fan.
What percentage of Americans have actually successfully cut the cord? In other words, no cable, no satellite, no fiber
I think
TV.
it's less than we think it is. I'm going to go 17%. Greg?
I think it's a little bit higher. I think it's going to be about 57.
57?
I think a lot of people that. Well, obviously I'm wrong.
35%.
35%. Correct. John was close. 21% of Americans have officially cut the cord.
That's still pretty high.
No cable, no satellite, no fiber TV. Yeah, that is high. It is high. That's courtesy of Axios. And it is going down. Last year, it was, in 2007, it was, I'm sorry, in 2020, it was 85% still had cable, satellite, or fiber TV. So 15% cut the cord. Now it's 21%, so it's moving in that direction. The next thing is going to be these skinny bundles.
Explain to me what that is. What does that term mean?
So skinny bundles are more selective of the channels.
Because this is something that the industry has always fought.
Correct.
In other words, if I want to get ESPN, then I have to take Animal Planet.
Correct. And now you can do a skinny bundle with Sling TV or Hulu or YouTube and get a smaller number. Like, how many channels do we actually need? Like most
I
of
have
these
DirecTV,
channels,
so I have like 500 channels.
but most of these channels I don't watch. Like most of the channels that I get from cable, I would never even look at.
Correct. Me either.
What the hell's the learning channel? You get Bravo. Bravo would need to be in your package.
Of course.
Actually, I would keep Bravo because I like Top Chef.
But, strangely, that's the one show on Bravo I've never watched.
Yeah. Oh, it's a classy show. It's a classy show. Used to be produced by Sue Kalinsky.
Really?
That was one of her big gigs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was Top Chef. I think sooner or later. See, what happened is, so we've all got cable and satellite, and it's all bundled up. Then it's shattered into a whole bunch of different streaming channels. Now it's going to rebundle, and we're going to be able to choose what streaming services we actually want. So skinny bundles is the next thing. Bergman, you would probably buy a skinny bundle.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if I just get the stuff that I actually want.
Yeah, but Bergman gets everything now. He just takes all his friends' passwords.
It's true.
There's some that are mine,
Some.
and some that are others.
Yes. I'm
but
glad
no,
you're
for
being
the
honest
most
about it now.
I'm going to get into a lot of trouble for that. But
Well, there is no cable police that is going to come after
Although
you here.
Netflix says they're
my Netflix.
figuring out a way to
Now, did we
determine-
come to a conclusion?
It is
Am
my
I
Netflix.
allowed to give my Netflix password to my mom in Corona Del Mar?
yes, you are, but they're going to eventually
charge you
for it.
Why? It's my mom.
more people using
It's going to be based on households.
Yeah. In other words, because there are two different households, they're going to charge you by the household.
So there is a way around it, though. I bet. I think if they use your page, like you click on the button. If you use yours, if she can just use yours, then it probably will not get charged.
Well,
for
that's
it.
what she does now.
If she makes her own profile, then you'd probably get charged.
She
for
has
it.
her own profile.
Okay, so then
when you log on to Netflix, it says who's watching: John, Lisa, Myrna, Jack.
right. So multiple profiles is probably what it's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah. What's Myrna watch?
She
Murder, She Wrote.
No,
Murder, She Wrote. Everybody's mom loves
She
Murder,
got
She Wrote.
hooked on this show that had 180 episodes, and it was in subtitles, and I've never heard of it. Greg, do you have Myrna's number in there?
I do.
Call her real fast, see if she picks up.
Okay.
I don't even remember the name of the show. You got her cell? Or you got her home
I
number?
know. I have.
So it's
I mean, I can read it off to you if you'd like.
So
but
it's a subtitle show.
I don't think.
Yeah, but
I have two numbers.
Does one of them end in 63?
Yes.
Call that one.
Okay.
See if she picks up. That's her cell.
So the interesting thing about subtitles, though, John, is
I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch a whole show.
My
in
mom and
subtitles.
not stepdad Leo watch everything with subtitles.
Well-
like I go over there, Young Sheldon's on. There are subtitles.
Right. My dad, when he was alive, did that all the time. My mom does it on some shows that, in case because my dad couldn't hear.
But this is a foreign language show that you're
Correct.
talking about. Yeah.
That's the thing that blew me away. And she could not get enough of it. Like I would say, what are you watching this weekend? And she would say, you got to watch the show. It's absolutely unbelievable, blah, blah, blah. And I've never heard of it. All right, you got her? You got her, Greg? Okay. Yeah, hold on. She's probably saying, I don't want to go on with
there she is.
Those guys. Okay, hold on. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Myrna.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good. Mom, what's the name of the show with the subtitles that you watched 180 episodes of?
No, 164.
All right, 164 episodes. What's the name of that show?
Black Money Love.
Black Funny Love?
Money.
Oh,
Black Money Love.
Love.
All right, so give us the elevator pitch. What's it about?
It's from it's a foreign country. I'm trying to remember where the heck it's from because I watched so many.
Right, but it's all subtitles,
anyhow,
right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
subtitles. It's so good. It's it's about a young woman who's at the birthday party with her dad, and she's very good looking. And the night of the birthday party, her dad has to leave early, and he gets shot. And in the car is this young woman, and it turns out that this policeman was engaged to this young woman, and they were getting married the next day.
Right.
And so they thought that he was having an affair with this young woman, and he was not because she was still a virgin.
Of course she was.
So the policeman and this young girl whose birthday it was spend all this time trying to find out who murdered them.
Gotcha.
And it's Istanbul, and it's about
Yeah, it's
drugs.
a Turkish show. Yeah, I see it now.
So, Mom, the amazing thing is I don't think I could watch 3 shows in subtitles. You watched 164 shows in subtitles?
And so have a lot of my friends. It is so wonderful. It's just because she's
Okay.
very rich. He's very good looking too, but she's very rich, and so it's a lot of diamonds and it's like the mafia in that country. It's really
So,
good.
Myrna, do you keep the subtitles on? Like, my mom and my not stepdad Leo always have the subtitles on, even when it's an English language show. Do you do that?
Sometimes I do if I can't hear it clearly or if someone's talking really fast.
Yes.
I started watching that New Amsterdam, and they talk really fast. And so if I put subtitles on, then I don't miss anything.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Excellent, Myrna. How's everything else, Myrna?
Terrific. How about you guys?
We're good. How is it? Hey, by the way, we were talking about cats the other day. How's Danny the cat?
Danny Boy's right here. And, some man texted me last night and said, I heard your son today talking that you had a cat.
Yeah, well, our goal is to make Danny famous. I have a new dog. Mason has a new dog.
To you all the time, so I didn't know you talked about my cat.
So, Myrna, we had this conversation yesterday. I'm curious for your perspective. I've got a stray cat in my neighborhood, and it belongs to one of my neighbors, and they just let it run. And I don't like stray cats. Do you believe in having stray cats? Do you have any in your neighborhood?
No, we don't have any. Everybody here really takes care of their animals. Like Danny Boy's not allowed outside.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute, Mom. It wasn't weird, Harold? Didn't you pick him up as a stray?
No, he came to me as a stray.
Right.
And but I'm sorry. He was such a fun cat, but he got eaten by a coyote.
Oh, I know. We hate when that happens. Well, that's why you don't let Danny.
That's why you don't let.
That's why you don't let
streets.
Danny out, right?
No, Danny Boy doesn't go out.
It's a cautionary tale.
Harold, you couldn't stop. He went out every window, and
Harold used to walk into my mom and dad. My dad was alive back then, and Harold would walk into the bedroom with a rat in his mouth and just drop it on the carpet.
Wow.
It wasn't a rat. It was those lizards.
Oh, God, that's even worse.
Yeah.
What do you want a lizard in your bedroom for?
No, but I thought he caught it, so I'm going, oh, what a good cat, and I'm praising him. Okay, we put it outside, and about an hour later, he comes in with another lizard.
Yeah, so that's a good reason. All right, Mom, is everything else good? You okay?
Yes, I wish the Lakers would win a little more.
Yeah, you and me both.
Everybody
you
here
and me
is
both.
hoping for the same.
I know, but I'm excited about UCLA basketball, so that's something I'm looking forward to.
You and Greg Bergman.
They're on tonight, Mom, on FS1. You can check them out tonight.
Arizona State.
Okay, well, I'm cheering for them.
All right. Well,
okay, boys, well, you guys try to behave yourself and watch Black Money Love. It's really good.
Okay,
All right.
boy, strong endorsement.
Yeah, that is good. All right, thank you, Mom. Love you.
Love you, Myrna.
Okay, me too. Bye-bye.
All right.
So does that mean USC's playing Arizona tonight?
Probably.
Right, because don't they revert?
Normally.
Yes, USC's got Arizona tonight and Arizona State the weekend.
On
right?
Saturday.
And vice versa for UCLA.
All right.
UCLA, Arizona, number 5 versus number 11.
Now I know what I'll be missing.
Coming up next, Jorge's game. Bergman, is anybody from the afternoon show playing?
Oh, I should ask somebody.
Yeah, ask somebody. Check it out.
Get Laura or Cappy or somebody.
Yeah, one of those. We'll do that coming up next. Game of Games, Jorge's game, Mason, Ireland, 7:10 a.m.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
I gotta say, I think this is. I think you probably won a Kings jersey more than you won a
this is
Lakers
my
jersey
now.
this
Yeah,
year.
this is my jersey now. He gave it to me.
Officially yours?
Yeah, it's officially
All
yours.
right. Well, how are you feeling this year so far?
It'd be nice if we win a game every once in a while. Sabonis isn't playing. That'd be nice. Try to take advantage of it. You got Light the Beam over here at crypto.com.
Tell us who your favorite team is, Slade.
Right,
Who's your favorite team?
He says we're done.
We're done.
Who's your daddy?
games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
And here we go. It is Game of Games time, and we welcome to the show from Shadano and Cap. Cappy, what's going on, man?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. John Ireland.
Yes, Cap.
I loved hearing from your mom.
Myrna? Yeah,
Wonderful
but I've
lady.
never heard of that show. I don't know. I don't know if I can watch a show with
Strong
subtitles.
recommendation
Yeah,
from
we'll see.
Myrna.
Maybe I'll watch the
Strong
first
recommendation.
episode and see.
Cappy
what
knows that show. He talks about it all the time on the afternoon show.
Yeah, right.
happens. Yeah.
Black money magic.
Jorge, what is the game today?
Well, I'm glad we're talking about TV shows because I got 16 different TV shows, themes from TV shows today.
Music
yeah.
themes.
Themes from TV
Yes.
shows.
So it's the name is your buzzer situation?
Name is your buzzer.
Cappy, how are you at this stuff?
I think I may be okay, but if I say that now, I've probably set myself up for massive failure.
All right, I'll keep score. George, go for it whenever you're ready.
Here's the first one.
Mason. Ireland.
Mason.
Mace was first.
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son, yeah.
Yep,
I
got
was
it.
in.
Got it.
I was in first.
You were not
I
in
was
first.
actually already in.
Here's the second one.
All right.
Greg.
Greg.
Oh my God, John, are you serious?
Come on, John.
Baywatch.
Yeah.
Baywatch, yeah. All right,
But
Greg.
that's,
John.
you actually used the early version of the Baywatch theme song. The later
sorry.
version had vocals.
Baywatch,
My
Baywatch.
All right, so Bergman.
Goodness, how did you not get Baywatch? You watched the Baywatch channel.
I know,
Exactly.
but I'm busy keeping score. Hold on.
I'm busy keeping score.
All right,
here we
here
go.
goes number 3.
Greg.
Ireland.
Greg.
Simpsons.
Simpson.
All right, Bergman's got 2.
All right, here comes number 4.
Greg.
Ireland.
Greg.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld it is.
Come on,
Beat you
Mace.
on that one.
No.
Come on, Mace.
Greg.
Greg.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Well, he's
Oh,
just picking Greg every time.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I'm coming in first.
Choosing Greg.
You're
No.
picking Greg every time.
Complaining.
Greg.
-1 for
Complaining,
both of you.
Cappy, did you just drop off or?
No,
I've
I thought
been
Cap
here.
was first that
No,
time.
me
No, I keep
too.
hearing Greg.
I also thought I was
I
first.
thought Cap
I
won.
keep hearing Greg. You guys are complaining.
All
Minus
right.
1 point.
I'm complaining on behalf of Kaplan.
Yeah,
All right,
we're,
minus
we're,
1
we're
point.
arguing for Cap.
All right, whatever. Here comes number 6.
Mason.
Mason.
That is American Idol?
Yes,
Right.
it is. American Idol.
Okay, 3-2. Bergman over Mason. Kaplan and I are in the 10.
No, he lost the point.
Yeah.
No, he didn't lose a point.
All right,
I'm not doing
There
it.
was no complaining there. I was defending Kaplan.
What? You don't get to
that
change the
was
rules.
If he was
Defending
arguing,
Kaplan.
if he
Actually,
was
shouldn't he be
arguing
able to?
for himself, then he would have.
But I
Should he
was,
be able to
I was
change the rules?
defending
Changing
Kaplan.
Cappy, if you want to buzz in, come in more often.
Oh,
Well,
Come
so
on,
you're
man.
right.
He was here. Wait,
He
Cap
was
was here
here
like
yesterday.
this week. What are you talking about?
Just kidding. All right,
right.
number 8.
Sometimes you
Ireland,
wanna
Cap.
go.
Ireland.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes, it is. Cheers. Yeah. All right. Here's number 9.
Ireland, Cap.
Ireland.
Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
All right. Bergman 3, Mason 2, Ireland 2, and Mason's
On
like
YouTube, we can see you complaining.
Exactly. Ready? Number 10.
Cap.
Cap.
Greg.
Cap got it.
Cap.
3, 2, 1. Ireland.
Greg, no, I thought the rule was that if the second person.
Complaining. You're
I am not
for
complaining.
yourself.
That's not
Minus
complaining.
1.
No, that's not complaining.
I still want to answer.
No. He was saying the second person who gets after the first
That was the
one is
rule that we-
that's the
But
rule.
wait,
we
he's
created last
arguing
year.
on behalf of himself.
No, oh my
no, he's
goodness.
right
still
about
want
the
to
rule.
answer.
Your
That was
game.
the rule.
He's
You
right about the
decide.
rule. He's right about the rule. He goes next.
Okay. That was Beverly Hills Now 2-0.
That was Beverly Hills answer.
Yes, that was, and I was still ready to answer.
No, you did. You had 5 seconds and you didn't answer.
I had 3 seconds.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Number 11.
Greg.
Cap.
I don't know.
Oh,
Ireland.
Greg was there.
It was Big Bang Theory.
It was Big Bang.
I was
Is
the
his-
Greg.
Is his the only microphone you have potted up?
I was the second one to
Are you choosing
answer.
Greg every time?
No, I answered.
All right, I'm going to just stay out of the way so you can hear Greg clearly. Go
No,
ahead.
oh my God, that's complaining too.
That is complaining.
All right.
That's complaining.
All right, here goes next one.
Cap.
Cap.
Chips.
Chips. Yeah.
All right, Cap's on the board.
I'm on the board.
I got 4 more. 4 more.
Okay.
Here we go.
Cap.
Ireland.
Different strokes.
Different strokes.
Nice.
All right, here's
Okay, can I tell you something? Never buzzed.
Oh, I thought I heard Ireland.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. It's fun. All right.
That's horrible.
If you go back and play it, you'll hear
Different
I
strokes.
never said a word.
I was about to say, like, I thought you were going to sit out.
All right. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Here's the next one.
Greg.
Greg.
This is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince, yeah.
All right. I think Bergman's got it, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
Greg.
Greg.
That's Friends.
That is Friends. And one more.
Mason.
The
West Wing.
The West Wing.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, but Bergman ran away with
wins
that.
that one.
7,
All right.
and Mason and I had 3 each, and Kaplan had
The
1.
amazing thing is Ireland missed on Baywatch and the West
Exactly.
Wing.
And
Right.
I got a point when I didn't say a word.
Yeah, but Mace, how did you not get Seinfeld?
What? You have to be so fast.
Plus, Bergman
also,
was the
I've
only one he
watched
had potted up.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. You guys are nuts.
We're allowed to argue now. The game's over.
Well, you can argue as much as you want now.
That game was cooked. It was like
I was second on the one. I was faster than
Hey, you know
everybody.
what
We
we
can
need?
go to the tape, and I guarantee you I was faster.
You know what we need? Last 2-minute report.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to the tape.
I'll go
Feel
to the
free
tape.
to go to the tape. I was faster.
That was a foul.
Hey, Jorge, go back and cue up the different strokes.
Okay.
I don't even have to buzz in.
I didn't make a sound.
Oh my God. I think that should actually be a point against Ireland and a point for me. I was actually in, and I knew it was different strokes.
Okay, let's do it.
You can do
Still
that.
makes no difference.
Well, I
You
know,
have
but
2
then
points
I-
now, Captain.
Then at least I have 2 points now, Mace.
You can argue all you want.
Yeah, no, Bergman.
At least I got 2
Bergman
points.
probably put him in the system.
I have 3 now. I win these games
The
pretty
equivalent of
even more.
Googling. You have access to the system, so you listen to them in advance.
I do not have access. It's all Jorge's
All
page.
right.
Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah, Google.
And I think there's a delay.
Google
with
that.
all
You
of our
can't
microphones.
Google that.
There's a delay here, too.
Mace?
Oh, yeah, across the window.
Delay in my head, at
I
least.
have,
You're over there. See, because you can hear Greg because you're in the same room.
Okay, so
Right.
this is always my
Right.
argument with Michael, only hearing John in these types of things.
yeah, that was you. That you were Michael in that game. By
Yeah.
the way, speaking of Michael, Mace, I have good news for you.
What is it?
I just texted Michael. You want to do Game of Games tomorrow? Do you want Mason to do it? And he says, I'll do it.
Oh, good.
So
So,
you don't
I
have
get
to
a
do it.
whole week of.
Yeah.
I
You
did
got
2
it.
last week.
Yeah,
so.
you got it Monday.
Nice.
Okay.
Excellent. So, Cappy, what's going on, man?
Well,
Very excited about next Saturday. Leslie Jones and dinner at the Pines at Yamava.
have you started to look into anything yet?
Well, here's what I looked into. My mom and that stepdad Leo are going to show up at the viewing party on Sunday, the AFC-NFC championship game viewing party down there. Are you going to that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, my mom and not stepdad Leo are going to be there. You've met them, haven't you?
I have. I met them at the Mandy's last year.
Yeah, so they're going to be there. They're going to show up and do that party with
Now,
us. And
now I have a question for you. Let's just say, for argument's sake,
right,
that the 49ers are in the NFC championship game. Is not stepdad Leo going to be, insufferable?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he is. He's insufferable now. I don't know why he wouldn't become more insufferable.
All right. Jorge, did you find it?
No, it's all complaining. The last 2 minutes is complaining that I don't hear Greg.
The 2-minute report.
The 2-minute report is everybody's complaining the whole time.
But no, but you couldn't find the.
No, I still have to queue it up. But
Okay.
Yeah.
2-minute report says everybody's complaining.
That was probably true there.
Hey, let's hit the super stager.
And now you got like 9 things at once.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There you go. Shadon, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
Shadano.
Let's try to do this next 15 minutes without mentioning Al Michaels or Stray Cats, okay?
Well, that ruins the whole format. What are you talking
Actually,
about?
people were super into yesterday's crosstalk. They're still talking
It
about
was an awesome cross. My mom was, her feelings get hurt when my feelings, when I get taken
Wait, you texted me after the show and said that was one of your favorite crosstalks of all time.
I texted Sedano the same thing. It was
Yeah.
so fired up. I like that.
He said, come at me. That's exactly what he said.
Me.
Come at me, bro. I'm a man. I'm 40. Well, in your
Yeah.
case, older than that. But
Thank you for that shot.
Wait, do you guys have a full show tonight?
We do.
Wow, that's rare. There's been so many Laker games this week. There's been like 4 games this week, and there's another one tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Well, next week you guys are back on the East Coast for the Grammy trip. We have days off there too.
Yeah, well, I don't leave till Friday, so we have most of next week as normal, and then after that it goes off the rails.
So, Cappy, I heard about your trip to Crypto.com Arena for a game that you didn't know who was playing, right?
Right. That's exactly right.
Wait, how does that happen?
So, George and I got done with the show. This was Tuesday, right, George? Wednesday? Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday.
You went to the game on Tuesday.
Now, who was playing on Tuesday at Crypto?
Clippers.
And Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Very, very good by both of you gentlemen.
Philly beat him up. Joel Embiid went off.
Yeah.
I mean, they only work in sports in Los Angeles, so it would be nice if they knew who was playing
Cappy,
across the
you
street.
have no recollection of a game.
No, I mean, what I was telling George was we were schmoozing in the suite. And so I was doing my thing, and had my back to the game the entire time, looked over at the monitor and was like, there's Joel Embiid, there's James Harden, there's Paul George, and there's
And
Kawhi
you couldn't
Leonard.
figure out that was Philly and the Clippers.
No, I meant like I'm not paying attention. I can see it's on TV, and I know what's happening behind me, but it's behind me. I'm not even looking at it.
Can I get into the suite? I think I want to go to the suite tomorrow night for the Memphis game.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you be able to get in the suite?
Just
ask.
Just ask. That's it. I've never been in the suite. I've never been invited to the suite.
Like ever?
Ever. I've never been in the station
Just
suite.
talk
for
to
anything.
Matt or Sam or one of those guys. They'll hook their jester.
No. That's not who you talk to.
Oh,
You talk to Stephanie.
Well,
Stephanie's running this
that's true.
operation.
Stephanie
That's
runs
true.
the joint. Yeah.
Right. You need something, you go see Stephanie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably
And
how
that's
that
it. And then
works.
just go up there and but you're not like a schmoozer, Mace. Like that's not your kind of scene.
It's not. I'm not a schmooze guy, but I want to go to the game, and I was enticed by Cappy's description of
Right.
what it's like up there, rubbing shoulders with the
Well,
big names.
plus,
Right, but Cappy's-
Ja Morant might be the most electric player in the league today.
Yeah, Mace, I would say this because when you get a credential, you're so up close to the action, you can really see how awesome Ja is.
you're right.
I would rather do that than sit in the suite for a Ja game.
It's a good idea. That's a good idea to be closer to the court and not be disinterested the way Cappy was.
Correct.
And
And the other part of it is this. Cappy is literally Captain Schmooze. Like, you're not that at all.
Yeah,
Cappy lives to schmooze.
Yes, that's true.
Why is that? How is that?
I'm
you
a
just
schmoozer.
born to schmooze?
I love to
He
schmooze.
likes to work the room.
I do. So you can only imagine the room we were in. You got Clinton Yates and the consigliere Julian.
Yep.
You've got
Schmoozers.
the legendary Jacob and Ronnie.
Oh, he's the best.
Right?
Big schmoozer.
Big schmoozer.
He, too, likes to schmooze. Then we
By the way,
had-
Jacob gave me a great show topic, which we will unveil later today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
we
I don't
had
have- I don't
Mike
have sh-
Bone.
I don't-
Mike
oh.
Bone from USC.
God,
Now, Mace,
you
wouldn't you
love
have,
Mike Bone.
Wouldn't you have loved to have rubbed shoulders with Mike Bone?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the contract to
Well,
come over here to broadcast the games.
Mason
Well, we don't
said-
have that, so we
Only
shouldn't
the
be talking
football
about
games,
that.
not the basketball games.
Yeah, but well, that's always part of the negotiation. You were talking about earlier, Mace. You asked what I'm trying to remember the context of which it came up, but who's made the best personal comeback?
Oh, yeah, best personal comeback we were talking
And
about.
by the way, Mike Bone was despised by USC fans. Like, everybody thought he was an incompetent guy who didn't know what he was doing.
That is not accurate.
Yeah. Carol Folt was regarded even less.
That is not accurate.
And
Tell
all of
him,
a
Mike.
sudden, they go out and get Lincoln Riley, and all of a sudden, all the criticism went away.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
One
right.
move.
You call him Boney? Is that what you call him?
I mean, I generally call him Mike, sometimes MB,
you know what Key
sometimes I
calls
call him
him.
Bone.
What Key calls him?
Yeah. Bonehead.
He did.
No, that's what he used to. He doesn't call him that
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Key, Key is on the board now.
On the advisory committee?
That's right.
Yeah,
Something like
he's on
that.
like the board of like the USC's board or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone back to your school and been something important, Sedano? Wait, you went to Miami, right?
No, I went to FIU.
Oh,
which is
FIU.
Yeah.
And now-
No, not really.
Yeah.
What city is FIU in?
It's in Miami.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's a state school.
Gotcha.
It's like Florida State in Florida.
Who is the most famous
But it's like, you know what it
graduate
really
of
is? It's
FIU?
like CSUN.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Are you the most famous graduate
I
of
was just
FIU?
going to say
No,
that. Is there a chance you're
absolutely
the most
not.
famous graduate ever?
No, I
Who
would
is?
imagine. First of all, in sports, I'm not even the most famous. But like Raja Bell and Carlos Arroyo went there.
I think you're more famous than them.
No, those
Combined.
guys played in the NBA for
Oh,
a
by
decade.
the way, I found him. Sedano, I just Googled it. I found it.
What?
I actually talked to this guy 2 nights ago.
Who?
Andy Garcia.
Oh, Andy Garcia.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He's a season ticket holder for the Lakers.
Yeah, went to
He
FIU.
sits just below you.
All right, so weird story about Andy. Andy is a great guy.
Yes.
He huge Laker fan.
Yeah.
So walks up to us. We used to do third chair. And
why don't you do that anymore?
We did it when the Lakers were really, really bad. So it was those years where we had.
So what about now?
You should do it kind of like once in a while.
It may be coming back
Every
depending on
couple
how
of
our
years.
injuries go. But so one time we had Andy Garcia up there, and he goes, "Michael, there's something about me you don't know." And Michael goes, "Really? What's that?" He goes, "I played basketball against you in high school."
Wow.
And
When Michael went to Jackson.
Yeah, and he goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I went to high school in Miami." And he goes, "We knew we were in trouble when I was one of the taller guys on the team."
Yeah.
And Andy's
Yeah.
like 5'10".
Yeah.
And he goes, "I only had to guard you on one play, but I did not put up much of a defense." And so
That's
he,
funny.
yeah.
Andy's
Michael in
Andy's
high
a great
school.
guy. I did a Q&A with him, and my dad was there. My late dad was there. And my dad, there is nobody, Ireland will say it's me,
Yeah.
but there's nobody that wanted to be in pictures with famous people more than my dad.
So that's where you got that.
He bum rushed Andy Garcia to get a picture at the end of that movie. He's like, what about me? He bum
Andy
rushed-
Garcia has been in a lot of great movies.
He has. Godfather 3.
By the way, I'm going to contact Conference USA.
About what?
There is an FIU notable alumni list, and at least 5 people on here
are less famous than George.
Yeah.
Let me hear.
Sonata should be on here.
Let me hear who
All
they
right,
are.
so here's the list. It's only got like 10 names on it. Omar Baez, NASA launch director.
Nobody.
I mean, that guy's pretty important.
Guy's a
I would say.
freaking nobody.
You're
Guy's
bigger than him,
nobody.
George. Antoine Barnes, professional NFL American football player.
Oh,
Sedano's
forget
more well
about
known
it.
than him.
Forget Antoine Barnes. Forget about it.
Dr. Stephanie Burns,
Oh,
president
wait,
and
T.Y.
CEO.
Hilton. T.Y. Hilton
Yeah,
went
T.Y.
there, too.
Hilton's on this list. Andy Garcia's on this list.
Wait, what was the lady's name that you were just saying?
Stephanie Burns, president and CEO of Dow Corning.
Well, that seems
I
like
mean, that's
an
a
important
huge
job,
corporation.
How
Yeah.
about this, Mace? Dennis Lehane, author of Mystic River.
Yes.
Oh,
Dennis
that's
Lehane's
really
a
good.
great writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonata's more famous than him.
No.
Kimberly Lehman's America's Next Top Model contestant.
Never. No chance on
She
that.
didn't even win. George is
She's
more
a
famous
contestant.
than her.
Yeah,
She's
she
just
was
a
a
contestant. Mike Lowell. Remember Mike Lowell?
Mike
Yeah.
Lowell,
Yeah.
definitely
Mike
more
Lowell
famous.
was Red
No.
Sox.
Guy won 2 World Series.
Okay,
Guy's
what about
nobody.
this? Kev Marcus, violinist, hip hop, jazz, classical.
Oh,
no,
for
him.
sure.
He's a star.
Oh, hey, George,
He's a star.
George, you got to call this woman. This could be your entree into show business.
He's
Dawn
in show business.
Dawn Ostroff, CW Network President of Entertainment.
Oh, wow. An FIU.
Didn't they
alum.
just get the Live Tour?
Yeah.
Yes.
Comes on right after Riverdale.
George, you could do play-by-play of the Live Tour.
No, I'm good.
Two more.
Yeah.
Danny Pino.
Oh,
From,
famous
Cold
actor,
Case.
Law and
Cold
Order.
Case
Yeah.
and NCIS and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
And
then
Law
the
and Order
last
before that,
one,
right.
I think we should know this
Danny
person.
Pino and I went to school there at the same time.
Oh, no kidding. Well, you're more famous than him.
right.
No,
how about,
no.
All right, how about the
Fellow
last
Cuban,
one?
by the way, Danny Pino.
How do we not? Maybe we should know who this is. Mace, pretend you know who this
Okay,
is.
yeah.
Reginald Washington, Disney Regional Entertainment, ESPN Zone VP and GM.
Yeah. No, I actually have worked with him on
With,
multiple
Reggie?
projects. Yeah.
You call him Reggie?
Reggie.
Mr.
Yeah, no,
October.
he does
is what they
not
call
go
him.
by Reginald. He goes by Reggie.
Okay, good to know. Sedano, you are easily more famous than
Top
90% of that list.
Top 3.
So I was just looking at Bowling Green.
Okay.
Tim Conway.
Oh, Tim
Which
Conway.
one?
Senior
Which
or
Tim
junior?
Conway?
Tim Conway, the dad.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to Junior.
I'm trying to see people I write. Eva Marie Saint, who's a famous
Oh, yeah.
actress.
Really famous. Good one.
Nate Thurmond,
Great basketball
basketball
player.
Hall of Fame.
Way more famous than him, man.
Scott Hamilton,
Way more
The
famous.
skater?
the skater,
Around
gold
the
medalist.
Olympic time, he's more famous.
Yeah, and that's it.
Isn't
No,
he
no, no,
still
Rob
broadcasting
Blake.
the Olympics?
Oh, Rob Blake. That's right.
Oral Hershiser.
Yeah, Oral. Roger McDowell.
Is Scott Hamilton
Blackjack
still...
McDowell?
Say that
No,
one more time.
Blackjack McDowell is Jack McDowell, not
Oh,
Roger
oh.
McDowell.
Oh, all right. Who's Roger McDowell?
Roger McDowell pitched for the Mets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he was like, him and Jesse Orozco would split time in the 80s. When they needed a lefty closer, they'd go with Orozco. This is pre-Dodgers,
Yep.
obviously. And then when they needed a righty closer, they'd go Roger McDowell.
Wonder if he's on with like any of my future All-Star cards. You know, from
Well,
back
I got a
in the
box
80s.
of them here, so, you know, just let me know.
Okay.
But now, Kep, you went to Pitt and I went to UCLA. We won't even crack the top
no
100.
chance.
No,
You-
I wonder,
yeah.
but where are you guys
UCLA,
finding
no.
these lists, though? Are you just Googling
Yes.
most famous people from
Yes.
a particular
I
school?
Googled most famous grad from FIU, and that
Okay.
list came up.
Why,
wonder who-
let me ask you a question. why was there a basketball game earlier already today? Like,
I saw that early. I was looking at scores, and I'm like, why did the game go off so early?
Yeah, the Bulls and the Pistons. Why did they play in the afternoon?
A day game on a Thursday.
Was that like a cancellation from like weather or something?
Could been. Or like
2 years
leftover
ago?
from MLK Day. I don't know.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was getting ready for the show. I'm like, how the game get started? So
Yeah, because I saw it on the scroll on ESPN, and it said final, and I'm like, wait, what? How is that even possible?
Hey, do you agree with us, Sedano, that the Lakers are making the playoffs, or are we being Pollyanna?
No, I think it's possible. Like, I think if they get healthy, it's possible. But I don't think in this incarnation, I don't think it's as possible. That's for sure.
Yeah, they are. I mean, in the last 5 minutes of games, they just are out of gas.
So do you know what's funny about that, John? I did a podcast today with Ramona, the Lockdown Podcast, which you can find on the Sedano and Cap feed. And we were talking about the Lakers' late game woes today. And would you guess? Would you have, if I would have told you, like, what the bigger issue with them is in those crunch time minutes, the clutch time stat, which is the last 5 minutes, the game within 5 points or less. The Lakers are 10-12 in those situations.
Yeah, they're 23rd in the NBA in clutch situations. Really
correct.
bad.
What do you think is their biggest problem in those scenarios?
Well, LeBron doesn't score, and he scores all the rest of the games because I think, like, what happened at the end of the game last night was they just doubled and tripled LeBron and made somebody else beat them. So I would imagine it has something to do with LeBron, does it?
So, actually, it's not. Like, their offense is actually fine. They have the 10th best offense in clutch time at 113 offensive rating. Their defense, third worst in the NBA in
during clutch time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The only two teams that are worse, the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a red flag and then some. They got to fix that.
Yeah, their clutch time defense at the end of games, awful. Just as bad could be.
Yeah, but I also think that if they had AD's their best defensive player. If they had AD, Austin Reeves, and Lonnie Walker, all three of those guys would probably be out there. But they're all unavailable.
Right.
So.
But if and when, I mean, now there's some news that AD's not that far away.
Yep.
With those three guys, they'll probably win games like the last two.
Yeah, I mean, they're only 2.5 out of the 6.
Well, that's
you
the weird
assume
thing.
that.
Yes,
You
it's an
assume-
assumption.
by the way, I just got a tweet from Parker, our guy here at the station.
Yep.
Bulls Pistons were playing in Paris.
Oh,
That
wow.
would be
Interesting.
why then.
Interesting. You ever been to Paris?
I never have.
I have not. It's a place I've been meaning to go.
My
I'd
wife's
love to go.
my wife's been 3 times. I've
Been
never
to
been.
Paris for literally 36 hours.
City of Lights?
I watch Emily in Paris. Does that count?
That does not count as
Oh,
being
shoot.
there.
I've seen the movie Forget Paris a bunch of times.
I've
That
been to
movie's
the
great.
Bobby
casino.
or Billy Crystal has an NBA
I've
ref.
been to the Paris
Oh, my
casino.
God, such a great
I
movie.
get you,
It's a
Mace.
great movie. I love when the bird gets stuck in
Deborah
Winger's
Winger's
Deborah Winger's hair, right? Isn't that
So-
the best part of the entire
so
movie?
great.
Oh, my
So,
God.
Mace, now you got me thinking about who are the most famous people that went to my school.
Yeah.
I don't know when this list is
Well,
from.
but Pitt?
Yeah.
There's a lot of
And
famous
Dan
people.
Marino.
Dan Marino's in the
Louis
top
Riddick?
10. Louis Riddick's not on this list. He's not in the top 100.
But he's more
That's why-
famous than you.
That's why he has to.
Tony
he has to be.
Dorsett got to be in the
Dorsett,
top
yeah.
5.
I didn't see. No, Tony Dorsett. Larry Fitzgerald is in the top 10.
Aaron Donald.
Fitzgerald's a good one.
Aaron Donald's not on this list, which tells you how old this list is.
Yeah.
Dan Marino's on it, though. The number one most famous person who went to my alma mater, the University of Pittsburgh. You guys ready for this?
Yep.
Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers.
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah.
Who's the most famous person, George? I'll start with you, to come out of your high school.
Out of my high school?
Anybody?
What's that?
Any famous person?
Alex Fernandez, the guy who was a pitcher for a really long time in Major League Baseball, won a World Series with the Marlins, Chicago White Sox for a
Well,
long
Alex
time.
Fernandez isn't the guy who was killed in the boating accident, was he?
No, that's
That's the guy, Miami guy.
yeah, no, that's not the same person.
Okay.
But yes, that's the kid. You're talking about the kid who pitched for the Marlins
Right,
just
right.
recently. Yeah.
Cap, who's somebody? Did you have anybody famous come out of your high school?
The only person that comes to mind that was really a big baseball or football star that's contemporary. You guys remember a guy named Mike Napoli?
Of course.
Yeah, Mike Napoli.
Played for
sure.
the Angels.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, you know what other
I don't think he's that
baseball?
famous,
A lot
but-
of baseball players in my high
Jose
school.
Fernandez, by the way, was the name we were
How about
looking for.
Jose
Steve
Fernandez,
Hutchinson,
thank you, yeah.
the Hall of Fame offensive lineman?
Yeah.
Steve Hutchinson?
Yeah,
Very good.
top 5 pick in the draft.
Gio Gonzalez, the kid.
Okay,
who pitched
so
for,
you
for
tell
the
me
for
which.
Washington Nationals.
You guys tell me which one of it's one of these two people to come out of my high school. You tell me which one is more famous. Okay, Mark McGrath, lead singer of Sugar Ray,
It's a pretty good one.
or Leslie Mann, the actress married to Judd Apatow.
Oh, I'd say Leslie Mann is more famous than Mark McGrath now.
Well, you know what's funny?
He's been in way more movies than Mark McGrath.
McGrath says the same thing. I ran into McGrath 2 weeks ago, and I was with somebody, and I go, "Hey, this is Mark. He's the most famous guy to go to my high school." He goes, "Yeah, if you don't count Leslie Mann." So, she's generally considered the best one. Mason, are you the most famous person to come out of your high school?
It's either me or Heisman Trophy winner Dick Kazmaier.
I got a good one for you for Ireland. Now, he wasn't an alum, but he was a teacher at my school well before I was there at my high school. Bill O'Reilly.
No kidding.
He was an English teacher.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. He was an English teacher at my high school, Monsignor Pace High School. Well before.
That's a good one.
Oh, but not when you were there.
Wow.
He wasn't.
No,
like
he
your
was well
English
before
teacher.
I was there. Yeah.
What a life, man, to have been a school teacher and turned into what, later on.
We'll do it live. Well, a lot of famous people, started there, like that were media people, like your boy who worked at CNN, who you guys used to have on all the time, who passed away. What's his name?
Larry King.
Larry King.
Oh, Larry King. Yeah.
Larry King used to do the Dolphins games.
Larry King was in your high school as a teacher?
No.
No, that's what I thought too. Yeah, no, he never graduated from university.
Greg, see if you can find the Larry King, Jerry Seinfeld B movie interview.
Oh, yeah. That was a great exchange.
So for some reason, somebody sent this to me earlier this year, and it was basically Larry King was famous for not prepping for interviews. He wanted to be
not good.
Naturally curious, and so stuff like this used to happen. Speaking of Larry King and Jerry Seinfeld.
Lasted how long?
9 years, 180 episodes.
You gave it up, right?
I did, sir.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled?
Have I hurt you, Jerry?
I thought that was pretty well documented.
Is this still
CNN?
Don't most shows go down a little?
Most people do also. But, yeah, no, I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry. Do you know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
75 million viewers last episode.
Boy, you don't take it so bad.
Well, that's the big difference between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be right back.
Jeez.
B movie opens.
That's you get a resume in here for me?
B movie opens tomorrow. We'll be right back.
That's fantastic.
That's the only bad thing about doing no prep.
Rest in peace, Larry.
Come on, go.
Gee.
I grew up listening to
Larry King was
AM
great.
Talk
We used to
radio.
bring him on once a year, and he's great every time. He would
so
say something every time that we would just go, I can't believe he said that. He was great.
The best. He came on during the pandemic and was hilarious.
Yeah, he was really good. Huge Dodger fan.
Big Dodger fan, yeah. All right. That's it.
You're done with us?
Well, we went like 4 minutes over.
No, I'll keep going. I got time.
2 minutes.
I'll hang on.
Wait,
it's technically 4:12, right? Yeah, that's where you got to go to.
Oh, well, so then we went 2 minutes.
2 minutes over.
Yeah,
And,
bonus
it's
minutes.
mostly Larry King's fault. So
Yeah.
It was. Larry went long.
yeah.
Larry went long. All right,
All right, boys, have a good show.
Guys,
All right,
have fun. Don't forget that Super Crosstalk is brought to you by Coors Light, keeping California chill all year long, all season long. We're back tomorrow at 1. Coming up next for you, Shadano and Cappy here on 710 ESPN.